going on, y'all?
Hey, we back again.
We back again. Oh my gosh. I'm tired, y'all. You know what I mean? But I'm tired for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Um, just long week this week. I got business stuff I'm doing, and I got stuff on YouTube I'm doing, and I'm just doing.
Get it?
But
I get it definitely.
um, you know what I'm saying? Let me get to the comments real quick. You know what I mean? Let's give them my love. You know what I'm saying? As always, the stream y'all link is pinned in all the chats. You know what I mean? Evolution, I know I gave you the stream y'all link as well. Um, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And yes, let me get to the comments real quick. Salute to Sunflowers. She said, hello, I came back. Thank you for coming back. Appreciate you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Salute to M3. M3, what's going on?
Year
Salute
three,
to also
salute
Smitty's
King,
Corner. You
sweetie,
know what I
salute
mean?
King.
M3 saying what's up to Sunflowers. I think I'm struggling streaming a little bit. Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
back.
such a
Yeah, I'm
soulful
back.
name, Sunflower. I like
Smitty gave us a shout out. It's a
like
cool
that.
name. It is a cool name.
It's like
But hey,
evolution.
family, what's going on?
Indeed.
What's going on? Let me introduce Evolution, man. Evolution, what's going on, sister? What's good?
I am good. I'm back to be in the house, of realism. That's what we do is keep it real here, and it's good to be back with the fam. Yeah, I'm in a great mood. I'm ready to talk.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. Also, salute to another part of the family. Embrace the Grace. What's going on? What's on, Grace? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, man. Ooh. Hey, so we're gonna get into the topic tonight, all right? You know what I mean? Is Dame Dash a revolutionary? All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna watch this video, okay? And at any point, you know what I'm saying, when we want to stop it, we'll stop it. You know what I mean? So if Evolution want me to stop at any point, she'll stop me. If I want to stop it, I'll stop it as well. You know what I mean? Yes, Smitty, check your phone.
Grace,
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all know what it is. So let me put this video up. Fair use as always. You know what I mean? I find you all fascinating. Thank you. Appreciate you. We find you fascinating as well. You know what I
yes.
mean? Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Let me throw up my fair use banner. Where is it? I'm on fair use. Where you at? There you go. Boom, fair use. You know what I mean? Let me
Right.
load up the video. I already got the video prepped and all that. Alright. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on the Instagram side as well and the Twitch side. Glad that
Yes.
y'all came through and showed love. You know what I mean? All right, I'm about to mute up. Let's get into it, y'all.
Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, Damon Dash.
It's an honor.
Your name is sure. It's Damon and Dash. I want to keep it going like Dash. You did that, dog.
Yeah,
You did that.
I appreciate that.
You that dude, man.
Thank you.
You wake up feeling yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pause like every day.
Yeah.
When you get in the ring, you can't get in the ring thinking you're gonna lose.
Right.
There's a confidence you have to have when you know you got to fight. And I'm a person that chooses to do things that come with a fight.
Yeah.
So every day I have to wake up and be like, I got to get ready to fight. So that means I have to give myself affirmations.
I want to stop right there. I think, man, you can already tell he feels a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? And just being who he is and what he's fighting to represent. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big part of, when you're trying to move things forward, when you're a trendsetter, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't want people to just think that this is a man thing, right? Because a lot of time, y'all always just think men are the only one that can be trendsetters, or they the only ones that could they can start a movement, or they're the only ones that can lead something. Like, No, there are women trendsetters too. Okay, so
Yes, there are.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
let's not. It's not even about that. This is not a gender thing. All right. So this is
Mm.
not gender specific. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is that when grown people decide to step in a place where they are saying, listen, I am that person that's going to make a difference, it takes a toll. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks tired and the interview just started. We didn't even get a
Yeah.
minute into the interview. Like we just like literally like 40 seconds in the interview and this brother looked completely tired. It looked like he is done. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So but as we see, he gonna definitely get into it, you know what I'm saying? Evolution, anything you wanted to add?
When you talk about him being tired, I feel a little like he tugs at my heartstrings a little bit. But you got him play it, and I'll explain that later.
Okay, okay. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right.
And make sure I'm 100% confident. So yeah, I definitely give myself compliments all day.
I saw the interview that you did with Shannon Sharp, and Shannon kept trying to back you up against the wall about entrepreneurship, ownership. Y'all were talking about owning football teams, the NFL teams specifically. And Shannon said, well, what about people that don't want to own them? And you said something that was so prophetic to me. You said, they don't have to, but I'm gonna fight for them and make sure they don't get abused. God. Dude.
Huge. Like that, that right there, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like he literally said, like, if they don't want to step in the position I am, I'm still gonna fight for them. I'm still gonna sacrifice my time, my my livelihood, everything else to sacrifice for them so that they can have a position. You know what I'm saying? Like that is huge. And that's a part of when you want to blaze your own trail, that's what it takes. You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to go forward. You know what I mean? Even if somebody is not willing to be on the same wavelength as you, right? Because it still may benefit them in their lane, right? Because they got to run their race. They maybe can't run your race, right?
Right.
So maybe maybe I'm the person that makes the t-shirts, and Evolution is the one that makes the socks, right? You know what I mean? But we're still a clothing company. She do the socks, I do the t-shirts. We still a clothing company. No, each one is as valuable as the other. You know what I mean? I can't have a clothing company if I ain't got no socks. And we can't have no clothing company if we ain't got no t-shirts. Right? So not all of us are gonna do the same thing, right? We're not gonna all run the race the same way. You know what I mean? I think people gotta get out of that. Let me get to these comments real quick. M3 says, good evening, embrace the grace. Okay, says good evening. Do different people come on different days? Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Sunflowers, all right? Every day you look up, it's going to be something different, all right? You know what I mean? M3 says, yes, most of the time, depending on our family schedule. Oh, yeah, most of the time, depending on the schedule. Yes, yes. Salute to Lola. Glad you checked in.
Salute.
I saw no, it was evaluation of love. It wasn't evolution. It was evaluation of love. You know what I mean? He said, what's up tonight? I am in IL. Where y'all at? We are all over the place. All right, literally, we all over the map. You know what I mean? You take out a map, you look at it, that's us.
Yes. International.
What else? That was funny. That was a good one. That was a good one. I had to get that one. He said, I remember Sunflowers. That was the night you tuned in. Salute to you for that. Sunflower says, yep, I couldn't sleep. YouTube told me this channel was live. Yeah. A lot of times, look, y'all, when we got a premiere, okay? When we have a premiere, y'all know when it's a premiere, because if it's a premiere, it'll be going, and y'all kind of just see, like, comments coming up, but it won't be the comments that's related to what y'all saying in the moment. It's a comment that's related to that show. Like, it's very easy to tell if it's a premiere. And also in the premieres, the Intellectual Soapbox logo is not going to be there, right? Because it's a premiere, so it's like back in the day, I ain't really used the logo like that. I would just kind of get my feet wet. That's another way you can tell us from here, right? And M3 says, make sure you also subscribe to the Intellectual Soapbox on YouTube. Yes, if you would like, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love and support. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to subscribe, that's cool too. You You know what I mean? If you just want to watch, I don't, I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? My tribe gonna get built no matter what. You feel me? So, with that being said, evolution, what's going on? What you think about just him still wanting to fight, even if it's not in his lane?
I think it's selfless. We don't have a lot of men, that are like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's, even though it is benefiting him, but to think about other people and not just himself, especially in the lane that he's in. You know what I'm saying? As someone in the industry having money. So I salute to that king. You know what I'm saying? But he's always had my respect. Ever since since the Rock days, he's always had my respect, and the way he's went about things, has definitely, got him is one of my favorites. He represents New York so well. You know what I'm saying? He is one of those. And I definitely have a real sore spot in my heart when it comes to him, especially about how he was done, and we'll definitely get into that. But he one of my favorites. Like I can't say much wrong about Dame Dash. I'm to be honest. Even his name is amazing. So yeah, that's
yeah. Willie D touched on that too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And listen, y'all, please, y'all see the tick at the bottom. All right, subscribe to Embrace the Grace. Subscribe to Smitty's Corner. Subscribe to Evolution Era Media. Okay, you know what I mean? Subscribe to all these channels. Grace is at $4.99. She needs one more to get 500.
Yes.
Help her to get that 500, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She only need one more. You know what I mean? Show her that love. You know what I mean? And when she get that 500, we're going to have a celebration. Salute to my sister, the Wife School Podcast. Man, I got to thank the sister, man. She definitely, you know what I mean, gave, man, she definitely really touched my heart. You know what I mean? Over the last 24 hours. Just her kind words, her words of prayer and love and affirmation. Salute to you, sister. You know what I mean? Definitely, if you want, definitely come up. We'd love to have you up. I know you're busy at work or whatever. But thank you for all your love that you definitely bestowed upon me the last 24 hours. I definitely appreciate it. You know what I mean? Much love. But yeah, y'all, let's get back into this, yo. This is gonna be a good one. We in for a good ride. Let's get it.
Man, that was heavy. That actually sent chills through my body because I feel it. I feel your love for our people, bro. Yeah, I feel that.
We look at our culture like our family. So if you see someone in your family,
I'm sorry I keep stopping, but when he say certain things, I gotta stop because just him saying that right there, our culture is our family. Like that aspect is just amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to touch on that. You know what I mean? I know Evolution gonna touch on some more stuff later. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just had to talk about that. You know what I mean? Everybody giving their shout outs. You know what I mean? Everybody showing love. Okay. You know what I mean? Definitely support the Knowledge Relationship channel. Become a member. You know what I mean? Memberships are free. Well, they're not free, but memberships are available. All right. You know what I mean? Everybody giving their love. All right, let's continue, y'all. Let's get it.
family being abused, even especially if they're being abused by someone else in your family, it concerns you. And you feel that pain. Or if you see someone in your family getting bullied, you almost look at it like they're not respecting you.
Right.
So I kind of take it personal. That's the fuel for my fight, because I know I'm gonna be all right, but a lot of times the things that I want to accomplish require people to dream bigger and to think different. So I don't think people don't know how to dream. I just think they forgot. So I just try to be like,
Dang, it's not that people don't know how to dream, they just forgot. Man, I got you, M3. Hold on 1 second. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like they have it in them, right? But it's just not coming out. You know what I mean? That's huge. You know what I'm saying? So evolution. Have you ever had moments in your life where it was you know what I mean? You had the will to dream, but you didn't know how to.
Wow. Uh, I'm gonna be honest. As an entrepreneur, as a content creator, as a host, as a DJ, as all that stuff, this right here, what he's saying, what he's going through, is kind of normal to me. Because if you're trying to do anything, you're trying to step out of a box. You're trying to be, what you call a revolutionary. You're trying to be, different. You're trying to blaze a trail. Oh, it's gonna be heartache. It's gonna be long nights. Gonna be bag under the eyes. It's going to be sleep deprivation. It's gonna be hungry nights. It's gonna be stress and everything but death and destruction if you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to the end of that road, you keep the faith, you get to the end of that road, oh, it's lit after that. You just got to get there. So I understand exactly what he's saying. I even understand the tired, as tired as he is. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? It relates to me in a way that I don't think nobody else could ever cover it. Because most people, when they come up and they do these interviews, they're happy to jump it. The makeup is flawless and stuff like that. He looked like he going through it, but that means he about to hit up on something real big. That's Dame. So yeah, I respect it. If you understand, so hopefully I hit that right.
No, you did, and I love how you talked about just all the different ways that you have invested in your community and just invested in your people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's DJing, whether it's doing your thing in fashion, doing your thing on social media, all these things. You know what I'm saying? Take time, energy, and it's you giving a piece of yourself. You know what I mean? Not just for financial benefit, but for the benefit of others, to show people that our people could be something more than what we see. You know what I'm saying? And that's huge. You feel what I'm saying? So salute to you for that. You already know, much love. I got your back on that for real, for real. And then, Grace hit a 500 thanks to M3. You know what I mean? Salute, salute, salute.
Yes,
So,
great.
so be here right now with y'all. We happy that you're here too. Grace, if you're not busy, definitely pull up. Link is in the chat. You can come through. Anybody can come through, man. We reviewing the video. If y'all have any expertise or y'all can, put in the chat or whatever. Y'all know how we do, man. But yeah, let's continue, y'all. We got a lot to go. You know what I mean? Some great, great, great stuff in this interview, man. Woo. Let's get it.
If you don't think about or visualize actually doing something, if you can't see it, it's not going to happen. If you can't see the W, it's going to be an L.
Right.
So just trying to change the mentality and trying to get collectives of people to come together means you almost have to fight for them to wake up. But once they do, they're usually in the right trajectory,
How frustrating is that for you to try to convey that type of spirit to our people, to many of our people? I know a lot of us do get it, but some of us, it seems to me that we're always waiting on a leader. We're waiting on somebody else to start it off when the leadership starts within.
Mm.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with.
How frustrating is that to you? To like when, and especially when you tell people how you feel or what you're thinking, and they try to project their trepidation on you.
Well, I have boundaries. My boundaries are, if you're not dreaming, I know that it's a trigger for me. So if you're trying to kill my dreams because you won't fight for yours, it offends me. But trying to coach people or help people that are protecting people that are hurting them and fighting me for helping them, yeah, I mean, I'm human. And it becomes almost, I had to learn not to take it personal, almost like it's a human algorithm that people just generally do. The overcompensation so they don't have to work, because when you have a dream, it comes.
Gotta give out to a shout out to my brother Smitty. Smitty, what's going on, man? Also, salute. Good morning to the homie Stan Joseph. Stan, what's going on? What's going on? Smitty, anything you want to share so far? Smitty, you muted, bro.
You still muted.
Yeah. My bad. I wasn't saying nothing. Respect. Everything's Gucci. I'm glad everybody's all right. Go ahead, play the video.
Comes with a fight. Every war comes with battles. Life is a war, and it's a war that we need to win, and it takes years to win it, and it doesn't happen overnight. I don't know any one person on the planet that doesn't have problems or something they have to deal with. The test is how you deal with it.
Right.
So again, if I'm gonna be fighting, I don't want no petty problems. I'm not a petty guy. I expect big problems, So when they come, I'm not bothered because I know it comes with the game and it's always the darkest before the dawn. But, I watch people react to things the same way time and time again and with the same result. So it's like, how could you keep reacting the same way and you don't like the result? How do you expect a different result if you keep reacting the same way? You have to do something different. So wherever you're at right now, unless you do something different, you're going to stay exactly where you are. Whether you like where you're at or you don't, there will be no different result unless there's a different action before it. So this repetitive excuse and entitlement not to work and when they tell us to, even like July 4th is the funniest day to me, Independence Day, and I'm living Independence life. So there's only going to be one day a year that I'm not independent, and I'm going to be independent every other year. So you work for somebody every year.
It's a special Independence Day.
I like how you said that. I like how you said, like, just basically, why, we're allowing somebody to tell us, when to be free, when to be independent. You know what I'm saying? M3 says the guy in the video, Dame Dash, who used to partner with Jay-Z, provide for the records. No, this is Willie D from the Ghetto Boys with Scarface. You know what I mean? Yeah, they a legendary hip hop group, the Ghetto Boys. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to his name was, I think it was Bushwick Bill. Yeah, R.I.P. my man Bushwick Bill. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, anything I want to add to that, y'all?
This is the first time I've ever seen Willie D be so nice. He's just so nice today. I mean, in this clip, I'm sorry, because he usually trying to, he usually a little more aggressive. So it's nice to see him so nice. But I'm just wondering why he's so nice.
I think it's a matter of respect. You know what I mean? Because Willie D's all about respect. So if you give respect, he's going to give respect back. If you disrespect, he's going to let it be known. Better put some respect on his name. You know what I mean? That's a Southern thing. You know what I mean? But yeah. Smith, you got anything for us, bro?
Okay. To the whole aspect of the entrepreneurship, business owner, things of that nature, you know. Ah, all right. It's going to be a tough pill for some to swallow, but he's not speaking to everybody. It's not for everybody because everybody's just not that person. I know we want to tell people everybody has the power to do it, and no, they don't. Some people just don't have it in them. And it's not even just that. I think people also forget. Let's just say you do have this really successful empire. Okay, cool. You don't think you need people to work for you? So guess what? The very people that work for you are working for somebody. We keep forgetting this shit. Somebody has to help you push them papers. Somebody has to help with that construction work to get your new location built and set up and all of that shit. Architects, construction workers, and all. The fact is, man, we need people to work, and not to mention, I believe that too many of us jumped the gun. Now, please, ladies and gentlemen, do not think Smitty is here to take a big number two on your dreams and hopes. It's not that, but I'm damn sure going to tug your coat every once in a while and just kind of pull you back to what really goes on out here a lot more than often. I mean, a lot more than less. A lot of people put the cart before the horse because the first thing that they want to do is just, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to scam my way into some money. Then I'm going to just open the business and I can just go ahead and do this for the rest of my life. You got life fucked up all the way. All the way. Any great leader was once a great student, was once an apprentice. Everybody wants to put the cart before the horse because everybody just wants to jump into being some grand, phenomenal entrepreneur business type leader. And you don't even know how to follow yet. So how you going to guide others if you skip that part of the process? There's no way to getting around. You must put that work in to get to that point. Many jobs will even show you that as an example, man. Such and such who've been there for a long time, you know, they may get a little, I don't know, longer lunch break. You may notice that they get certain little perks and think, why? Because they done put that work in. So now they can be a little more comfortable. Most people don't just jump into these things. And we all know what happens generally when shit's just handed over to people. They fumble the bag. They don't know how to manage it. They blow it. And then they're worse off than the person who's actually just the everyday 9-to-5 worker. They wishing to get back in a position because they done effed up so damn bad. So, and I'm not saying that's every case, but it's a lot more often than not. It's not a one-off by far. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Go ahead and get back to the video. So.
I mean, yeah, special ed, Independence Day, you know, but it ain't my Independence Day. It's almost like life, and there's certain things that I just observed that don't make sense. Like, if it's illegal to drive drunk, why is there a parking lot in a bar? That doesn't make sense. It's a trap. You know what I mean? But why is the world set up like this? It is obvious. It's like, just because someone does something and sets it up doesn't mean it's right if it don't make sense.
Yeah, you hit a home run on that structural work ethic, because I used to do my podcast 6 days a week, and I would take off on Sundays. And I realized one day that I ain't really doing nothing more important on these Sundays. Like, I got the energy, I got the will.
And you enjoy it.
Why am I not doing this thing 7 days a week? I mean, I like to do it. I like doing it. When you think about McDonald's didn't say, okay, we're number one now, so we're going to close on the weekend. They said, no, we're going to open on the weekend.
Understand. I am not trying to stream 7 days a week, so this damn sure don't apply to me at all, okay? All right?
I knew you was going to say that.
I don't care what y'all see. The schedule looking like it's not gonna be that way forever. Now y'all know this right now, so y'all better enjoy it while it's still here. All right, my downtime is coming very soon. Now I mean, salute to everybody on the check-in, man. Salute to Lady Phoenix, right? Salute to Simon Hectic. I see you in the building, brother. Salute to Simon. What's going on? Also, we got. Let me scroll down. Salute to Big Rick Slaps. Big Rick, what's going on? Also salute to Grizz. Grizz, what's going on? You know what I mean? Also, we got somebody else in the building. Let me see. Salute to TBE Trucking. Glad you came in. Salute to, you know what I mean? Also part of the Intellectual Soapbox family as well. The 100 Watts. What's going on, man? Watts, what's good, baby?
Hey, everybody.
And this assignment says, it makes sense, just not to you. Talk to somebody that it can make sense to. Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's what Smitty is essentially saying. I'm not trying to speak for Smitty, but I'm just trying to give a roundabout of what he's saying. What Smitty is just trying to say is that, like, you know, this entrepreneur mindset is only for certain people. It's not one, right?
Yeah.
So if you're an entrepreneur, you have to have a certain mindset. You have to have a certain way of thinking, the way of doing things. You know what I mean? Let's give her a shout out. Lady Phoenix says, Willie D is so cool to me. Completely decent and family oriented. Totally different from back in the days. Yeah, he definitely was a wild one back in the day, for real. He used to get down. Salute to my sister Ramadan. Glad you checked in. I would love to be on set every day. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Look, there's a lot of things I'm passionate about. I'm not trying to do it every day. I want to be on the beach. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, no apologies. I want to be on the beach. I want to be chilling somewhere. All right? There's a lot of restaurants I want to hit up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. New York, I'm coming. I'm coming very soon. All right? That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Now, all right.
let me mute up and continue this video. You know what I mean?
Weekends. In fact, we're not going to close at 10 o'clock. We're going to close at midnight. And then they decided we're going to have some 24-hour McDonald's open. And they just keep pushing.
And no block I ever hustled on closed on Sundays.
Right.
We was clicking every day, all day. Right. So, you know, again, there's a control factor as well. So, you know, you're told when to collectively go on vacation. So you actually go on vacation with a bunch of people you was at work with. How is that a vacation? It's just being around a bunch of people in a different environment.
Right.
You know, that's why I don't like going on vacation when everyone goes on vacation. I got to see everybody.
Right.
It's more of a business thing for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's exactly that. If you love what you do and there's no rules that come with them, you're going to work when you feel. And if you like what you do, you'll do it all day long. If it's your dream, why would you not do it and do it till you're the best at it? So the trick is to figure out what you love to do and make that your profession. But we're trained to do things we don't like. It starts with school. You know, you're trained to sit behind a desk for 8 hours a day while the sun is up in dim light with walls that look like jail and hospital walls. And you're supposed to get used to that and then pay to do it again when you get out of school to get back in college, then pay it off by sitting behind a desk and doing exactly what they trained you to do. And no one that's teaching you business is a millionaire. No one that's teaching you about.
I made over $10 million on Amazon. If I lost it all and had to rebuild in today's AI age, here's exactly what I
about music has a hit record. It doesn't make sense. So I got kids in college that listen, and you know, I say this, my son listens to his professor more than me, about business. He goes to school for business. I'm like, your professor ever made $1 million? Who pays your professor? So why are you listening to him before me? You know what I mean? Why are you in their school and not mine? I never saw school on any hieroglyphic. Have you?
Absolutely.
I never saw school in any pyramid or any of that. I think parents are supposed to teach their kids. But you're trained to give your child away to an adult you don't know, to teach your kid how to survive in life. And they're not surviving the way you. That's why when I was in school, I was like, yo, I'm 16 with a better car than you. Why would I listen to you? Even though I might have had it for the wrong reasons in that moment, there was nothing that person was doing or had that I wanted. There was no knowledge they can give me. Like, I work with the OSG. That's a couple of hundred Black principals or principals from economically challenged places. And what they tell me and what I've learned, a couple of things. Number one, if you're reading scores are low, you go into jail. That's the metrics. That's the algorithm, you know. Number two, if you give a kid love, but you don't teach them how to survive or how to read, you're hurting them. Number three, a kid can only retain 45 minutes of an 8-hour day anyway, so their class should only be 15 minutes. So the rest of the stuff they're giving you was a distraction, the things you don't need to know. A kid is on his phone all day. So why wouldn't you put school on the phone, on demand, 15-minute classes, and have it done by a person that inspires them? Because you might not want them inspired. Why would you waste 8 hours of a day? Really, it's a babysitter. You know, that's what school is used for most parents. But why do parents mostly have to take care or put their kids in school? Because they got to go to work. So it's all to divide. I go to the kids' school, the kids' prisons in Chicago, right? I go to this prison, or it's a kid's school in a prison, no windows, no outdoor space. As soon as they get there, they drugging them up. It's called the CUT program. And it's the line item is therapy. They tell you the more drugs you take, the quicker you can go home.
Wow. Wow. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So Simon Hectic says, it's good we working on this ish out. Never thought I would see the day. 100 watts says, everybody not built for decision making. That is true. Lady Phoenix giving a shout out to 100 watts. 100 watts giving a shout out back. Salute to APTV. You know what I mean? Salute. You know what I mean? But anything y'all want to build on? Evolution Smitty, anything y'all want to build on?
I'm Gucci right now. Go ahead, rock out.
Evolution?
Yeah, I pretty much know his rhetoric and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? He touched on, especially, I knew he was going to get to the school because he always talk about that. I don't agree with him on the school thing though. I'm just going to be honest.
Okay. Any reason why?
Because I did like a lot of the schooling, but I did it the smart way. And there are ways to do school where you don't get trapped with that money. You know, usually when they talk about school like that, they're talking about like the ones that go to be doctors and lawyers and spend, 8 to 10 years, you know what I'm saying, in the college and the stuff like that. I believe more like specialized schools and stuff like that. But I think there is a lot to learn in school. You just have to know how to do school. And when they say that is, they give you all these unnecessary classes and stuff like that. But there are options to take the classes that you need. Like, so he always talks about that, and that gets me a little bit, because a lot of the stuff I know with the graphic design and how to do the equipment and stuff with the DJing, and how to work the computers and stuff, I learned that in school. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I'm a little funny on that. I didn't have no big debt when I came out. There's ways to do it, but that's the knowledge that a lot of people don't try to figure out. So you're not paying all their money back. But I'm writing down. He said a lot of good stuff. I'm writing that down. But the school thing, I always know he's gonna get to that. So I kind of, I'm funny on that. But other than that, I mean, he's doing great. He's very slow talking, so it's very hard to keep up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially us in New York, because he talks so slow. Sometimes I just be like, "Come on, son, just say it." Like, but
that's not what Watt said. Watt said they ain't be saying a lot fast. People that speak with meaning shows differently. Okay.
Yeah,
Sunflower says, "Why Americans get education? The guy just talking in the video seems crazy." Wow. Yeah. Okay, all right. I'm liking what y'all saying so far. I'm liking the different views. Let's get it.
I'm going through the jail. I'm seeing all of this, and I'm asking the superintendent, because the principal is the one that put me on, and I'm like, what's their? They keep talking about de-escalation. I'm like, well, what's their reading scores? 4th grade. The recidivism rate will be 100% then. 4th grade, but you're going to put them back in the street addicted to a drug. The only time they can get it back is to get back into jail with no education after you just mentally abused them and kept them breathing recycled air. They don't get to go outside. No therapy. The only therapy they had was white women in there, walking around with jackets around their waist, all in a group. How can a white woman talk to a kid with a body without being scared of judging them? And how could a therapist not know that? So I'm like,
Wow. Okay. Other cultures talking to our kids about the decision that they're making. What y'all think about that?
Go first, Brooke. I'm chewing.
Oh, let me tell you something. And this goes back to the complaining issue. If there's no solution, stop complaining. You know what I'm saying? How long has this stuff been happening? It's just like, then obviously, and we know that they're not going to teach our kids, and what we supposed to do. Work 10 times harder to teach our kids, to make sure our kids don't fall in those. That's why it seems like complaining a little bit to me sometimes. You get what I'm saying? It's like the child that you complain that they learn all this stuff in school. You know what I'm saying? They learning about, no disrespect, gays and LGBT and stuff like that, and all the stuff they should learn about sex in the books and stuff. And then when they get home, because you too tired, you send them in front of the TV screen and you go about your business. You get what I'm saying? It's like there's like no solution. If y'all can understand that, because that's a topic we probably going, I would let it talk about. But it's like there's no solution. We complain, they doing this, they doing that. What we doing? Like I have the little issue with that. So that's why I kind of tune out sometimes when because he'll go into other stuff. But I sometimes I hear a lot of complaining and no solutions. You get what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay. I like the expertise on that. Salute the Pops. You Can't Fool Pops. Make sure y'all subscribe to You Can't Fool Pops on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to all the YouTube content creators, man. APTV, Watch, everybody up in the building, man. Everybody in the building that has a YouTube channel, please like, subscribe. If you have a YouTube channel, please let it be known you have a YouTube channel. Put it in the chat if nobody knows about it. You know what I mean? And definitely our moderators will handle their business from there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's keep going, y'all. He said, well, if YouTube out, you missed the solution. Okay, Watch. Let's get it, y'all.
So why you doing this? Oh, I know why you're doing it. Why you don't even have a black woman, or why is there a man in here to teach these kids how to be men? because it's a cycle to get them used to coming back. Now, the worst part about it is for every kid that's in that jail, $1.2 million a kid. And the kid can't even afford to get a toothbrush. They don't get none of that money. So it's a private sector jail. People are getting paid to destroy our children like a commodity, so they become adults that go to an adult prison. And that's the cycle. And that's what has to change. And we can't wait for somebody to change it. We got to change it ourselves. Because why would they change it? It's working for them. We have become a commodity so that people could stem on us over a jail bed. The more we go to jail, the richer somebody individually gets. If you own a hotel, your job is to have people return. A jail ain't nothing but a hotel with bars on it that's funded by or paid for by the government. So your intention is to have them come back. While you're in jail, you're not allowed to make no money. How could you take somebody off the street for 10 years, they can't make no money, you don't educate them on how things are currently going, and put them back on the street knowing without an education, you're going back. 80% of people that leave the jail, that don't have a place to go, they come back. So these things all know. We know how to fix them, but we don't. So that seems intentional. So I'm not going to let the person who's hired.
What if you could make a couple extra $1,000 a month using one app on your phone?
To torture my culture, I'm not going to depend on him to change things. I'm going to torture him and I'm going to change things. And I'm going to leverage my celebrity so that I can bring awareness to the things that matter and the people that are fighting. So the OSG, those are the principals. Those should be the celebrities. The principal that's in that jail every day, because I walk in there and I'm in there for an hour. I walk out sad. Girls be with me crying, and we need therapy. They doing that every day. You know, we've been working with now the mayor of Gary. He was a senator before. What I learned from him is, you could really pass a law if you write it up right, lie. Before it, you could make a change. So I watched him make changes based on conversations we have. He'll write the shit up, go lobby for it, and come back and diabetes medicine is cheaper. And then, when something works in the state, it goes federal. So what I'm talking about is answers. We know the problems. But in order to actually fix things, you got to get in there and do it yourself. I like education. So what we do, my girl writes a book, Dusko Goes to Space. We personally go into the schools and teach the kids how to dream. I don't like the books the kids they got for my kid. We make our own. I don't like the TV that people watch, so I made my own, America New. Now, I'm going to talk about that. Because I'm assuming this is getting monetized on like YouTube and all that. Do you know how much you make from YouTube? What the split is?
I know exactly what the split is.
What?
Well, I mean, that's my business.
No. Meaning not your business, meaning you don't know how much YouTube gets for an ad.
Well, let
me just tell you.
No.
It's $6 billion. Last quarter, YouTube made $6 billion. Off of content creators, they only paid out $100 million. So that means if they're getting $6,000 worth of ads, they only giving you 100.
Right.
So they never give you an accounting on how much they get on the ad. So the reason why I never looked at YouTube, because I'm like, yo, I'm talking about being smart, but you jerking me. And plus, I don't trust Lior. Period. Anything he doing, I don't trust. I know what he did with music.
Let me interject real quickly about it, because I definitely had to ask you about Lior. What in the hell did Lior do to you? Because I've heard you a few times talk about Lior. I don't know the man from a whole.
It's not what he did to me, it's what he did to our culture and what I watched him do to other people.
What specifically, what's the gripe?
He's not from our culture, and he pushes people and monetizes the dysfunction of our culture, and he doesn't teach us how to actually make a certain kind of money and keep it in ownership. He teaches us to work for him. He robs us. I've watched him do it. So when we first started to work with Leo and he broke up Rockefeller, to me, it was definitely, I'm not going to say that another man just got made to do something, but he was the one that would always give someone that option.
Was Russell there at the time?
No, well, Russell, that's another thing. I didn't like the way he treated Russell. I thought he robbed Russell.
They weren't equal?
Well, what happened was after they sold the company that Russell brought, they hired Lior. So then Lior didn't own Def Jam, but he still ran it. He worked for Universal. So I would watch Russell come in with a project, and it would be like Lior would have him waiting in the lobby and shit like that.
Lior made Russell Simmons wait in the
not like
lobby?
that, but meaning they wouldn't just give him a deal. They weren't fairly treated, and that's Russell's business, so I don't want to get into that. But I could just tell you, I'd be sitting in the club with Russell and Lior, and I'd be like, yo, why you mess with him, man? He just so disrespectful to you. Like, why you even... And I'd be in this, and he'd be like, chill, I don't deal with things that way. Well, I'm going to deal with it for you. Like I said, I used to take it personal. I was you remember when his appendix exploded? Mm-hmm. I was at the hospital. I didn't know his mother was in there. And she said some real foul. I mean, it was so racist, I couldn't believe it. Like, yo, you better get your mother. Like one of those. She didn't really understand I was in the room. So she said, I forgot.
What'd she say?
It was some nigga shit. Put it like that. It was something that I was like, she was like, yeah, she just old or whatever. I was like, yo, you wildin'. Like, I couldn't believe
what she said. What you think she said? What you remember?
It was something it was years ago. It felt like nigga.
Whatever piece you remember.
I saw you. You hear nigga, it's a feeling. It's not. I hear other people say nigga all day. It don't bother me. I know when it bothers me. It bothered me.
Did you hear the word?
I told you, I don't remember. It felt like it. It was like 10, 15 years ago, but we had to have an argument over. So I was like, it felt like something that was that racist. It was so many things. When I first got with Lior, the first thing he did was try to make me have a beef with another black person on his behalf. And I was like, he said, you with me, right? If you with me, then you go to you got to go to war with me. I said, bro, I got a lot of beefs on the street. You going to go to war with me? Let's not do that. Then I asked Tim, how much is rich? What's a wealthy guy? You know, he told me 600,000 after taxes. I never liked the way he would have, and again, I don't like to go off on another man. He ain't here. So, bottom line is, I don't like the way he would treat my culture still. I don't like the way he talked to the culture. There would be times that he would be saying things and like I'd be with like Beanie Siegel or something, and he'd say something that was so offensive, unknowing, unconsciously, just demeaning. And Beanie would be ready to knock him out, and I'd have to bark on him so Beanie didn't do nothing to him. You understand? I'd be like, I got it. Don't worry. Like, he was just an offensive person. What he couldn't understand about me is that I could have white people working for me, because he thinks black people can only have black people working for him. So when I would walk in and have anybody white in my staff, he'd go to the side and go, "Are you okay? Let me know if they're treating you wrong."
Blink twice.
I swear to God, he did that shit. Yeah.
Wow. Is that a problem? You know what I mean? Is that a problem? Is that a problem that when we get in positions, you know what I'm saying, we get treated differently just based on the fact that we are a person of color? You know what I mean? Salute to Hurricane JW. Salute. Salute to Tika. Tika, what's going on? All right. Moderators, hey, do me a favor, put Pop's channel in the chat, please, if you can. You know what I mean? If you can't fool Pops, definitely look for it. Put in the chat. Definitely like subscribe. What do y'all think about what he's sharing so far, family? What's good?
I'll tap into one part. Okay. Let's go on the fact of, like, when he was talking about some people had an issue if he was working with white people or what have you. All I know is that from last time I checked, niggas talk about all the time how we were either enslaved, there's still a form of it going on, and even down to just we always got to work for the man. You know, that was a thing. Working for the man. Well, if it's now in 2024 and we're in the position to have the man work for us, why not use that shit? I have no problems at all where if you wanted to get something going and build it up and everything, you got you a couple white folks that is real good at certain things. Shit. As long as we've been used, from what I hear, you know, word around town, right? We have been definitely used by this country to the point where last time I checked, we will continuously say we helped, you know, Jai like built this shit, which I agree with. So if that's the case, shit. I look at this. I look at that as something very, very beneficial. I digress. My mic is muted.
Okay. Grizz says, let's go, Smitty. Okay. Evolution, anything you want to build on, family?
Well, I did like that he came up with solutions. You know, that was good. So it wasn't just idle talking or complaining. You know, it took him a while, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he came up with it. So, you know, that's good. I like that he went into the Cohen issue and stuff, because that's what I kind of wanted to talk about. Like, you know, how he was done and stuff. I kind of understand it a little more, because he's the only man that I know that ever stood up to that man. I mean, in his face, ready to fight, you know. And I understood that, you know. It was good to see in a way, you know, but it was also good to see that he knew his boundaries. Like, don't put your hands on them. You know, you going to jail, they're gonna put you under the jail. But he did show, you know, that he wasn't a punk. So I like that. I like that Willie D actually asked him about that situation, because that was a big start to the fall of Rockefeller, was that situation that he had with Cohen. So, you know, so yeah. So I mean, they hitting points, you know. It's taking a little while, but they hitting points, you know. So I understand it. That was real big in what changed him and what got him where he is now. You know, that one white man. So I don't know if they know the story, but I can break it down. But you know, it is a story. You know.
Definitely. If you want to break it down for them if they want to know. You know what I mean? JW says, go ahead and give off Epstein vibes. Wow. Go ahead, Evolution. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That altercation that he had with that gentleman led to Jay-Z doing a whole lot of what I call like real backstabbing. I'm gonna push the knife in and watch you bleed out type stuff. You get what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I don't respect about Jay-Z, how he did that. You get what I'm saying? And it's so bad that I feel like Dame was being so loyal that he didn't even see it coming. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was orchestrated by that one gentleman that he's talking about now, this Cohen guy. You got what I'm saying? Which makes sense because, you know, when we get in these corporations and I feel like it's all us and we are working together and we are unified, what's the one thing that they do? Or what's the, and I don't want to say, hey, they, like I say, y'all, but the perpetrator will divide and conquer. And who does he use? He uses one of your own to do it. This is a classic case of what I'm talking about right now. You know, if you know the backstory.
That is a fact. Yeah. That is a fact. That is a stone cold fact. He will use your own to get to you. Mm-hmm. Man, that's crazy, yo. Let's continue keep going, y'all.
The blink twice, the napkin. He used to do it to every one of my assistants or anyone from that culture. No disrespect, but this is what he used to do. So I could go on and on and on and on and on. And also, I just think that every Batman needs a Joker, and he's that clown. So that's it. And I think everybody's scared of him, and I'm not, because of the color of his skin. And it's like he's the poster boy for why you're scared of him. You know what I mean? He's that guy to me. I just don't like how he exploits our culture. And then when he got on the radio, tried to say, who's Damon? And he actually got on the radio and said, yo, I know what they're doing, but I got to eat. How could you like a man that would do that?
I saw that interview on
So then
Breakfast Club.
Why you don't have a problem with him? That would be my question. How could you not have a problem with that man? He's not from our culture. He eats off us all day and he makes money off our why? And then,
man, you swinging for the fences on that one. You know what I mean? He said, well, how could you be cool with somebody that takes advantage of our culture? You know what I mean? So with the twin, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Anything y'all want to build on as far as that, or should we keep going? Keep going? All right, cool. I'm going to keep going.
Trust them with YouTube? That's how they're killing us. So people aren't even conscious of how they pay out YouTube or Tubi or any of those things. So what I did was, because I was like, I'm not a herd, especially if he's over there, it's not right. So I use YouTube for marketing, but I went and built my own network. And let's say YouTube gets the ads from Pablo. I went around YouTube and I get the ads from Pablo. So instead of them getting that $6 billion, I get that $6 billion. If I want to split it with a creative, then they'll get $3 billion, I'll get $3 million. But it ain't gonna never be $100 million to $6 billion. But I understand it because no one's asking. Does it make sense to get a million views and only make $7,000? That don't make no sense. So that means that if you, the way that I'm seeing things, if any dollar anyone makes at YouTube, if you were really getting paid what you're supposed to, you would be making 100 times more, 100x, not 10x, 100x. So that's why I launched American New. And that's a real network, broadcast live. It looks like y'all doing a lot of stuff here, but you could get on it right now. And the ads are Nike and all that. So no one teaches us about the ads. They're just teaching us about how it feels to understand when people are viewing you and it feels good. And that takes the place of the money that you're supposed to be making, the fame it gives you. And no one's asking about why they're not getting no money. Those are the questions I ask. This doesn't, the breakdown doesn't make sense. Then I got to do an investigation, but I'm never going to be that Johnny. Like, you're never going to be making me do all this work and you're getting the lion's share. It's not, it just doesn't make sense. It's the same exact thing that happened in the music business. If there was robbery in the music business, anytime there's a new business, there's robbery. So you have to look for it. You could never think that on the internet and all this new money and BPMs and all of that, that we not getting completely robbed. No one's even asking. No one challenges the bust down or the split. No one says, let me see how much money you made off that Nike ad. They just want to know how much they're getting. I don't know how much you getting, so I'm not gonna do that. I gotta know how much. And when I work with my creatives, there's a dashboard. We made this much off of Nike. Yeah, you get 60%, I get 40. Let's go eat. But I'm not gonna sit there now because my culture is creatives now. So now I'm gonna go put him out of business in YouTube too, because he can't make no more music because it's only, to me, his only business model was robbing niggas. And nigga meaning people that aren't smart, not black people, people that are in a tight situation that will do anything to get out of it. And by the time they realize they've been robbed, they owe or they in jail.
Your company is American New, right? You said
that's my family's company. That's the network,
company. Yeah. Okay, so
I work for my family.
When someone wants to go search your company, what search engine do they use
to go on American New?
What's typically like?
Well, right, it just launched. So you could go on Fire Stick. It should be on Apple. It'll be on Roku. But to get to Roku.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical.
Roku, Apple, you mean going straight through their apps?
Well, through their distribution.
Through their distribution.
Yeah.
But if somebody wants to just look you up and say, let me look up American New, typically what search engine would they use?
Maybe Google.
Google. All right. And Google owns YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So Google, anytime Google, this sounds like you would be a direct competitor to YouTube, right?
To everybody.
To everybody, right?
But to YouTube, a Tubi, one of those.
But if let me put myself over here. Mm-hmm. If I'm YouTube, if I'm Google, mm-hmm. and I own YouTube, and I see a competitor coming off from the side, I'm running, and I see this competitor coming up on the side. Me. And I got the power to do that, trip you, and get away with it, I'm gonna do it. If I get an opportunity to hit you with a boat,
yeah, but I'm gonna punch you in the back of your head.
Do it.
You know, if somebody hit you in the back of the head for that, I'm not gonna let that happen.
But check this out.
I'll be like, boom.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I respect that, but I want you to tell me, after I tell you this, I want you to tell me how you gonna bolt me in the back of the head when I tell you this. No, we're talking about
you.
We're talking about it, yeah. But listen, this is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Okay, say I see the competitor coming up on the side of me.
How did Tubi do it?
And now I'm gonna say,
we're not. Okay, here's the difference.
I'm gonna say. Let me make the point first. But I'm gonna say, let me hit these filters so that Dame's people can't reach him as much. As they want to. Let me make sure that they have a problem getting over that, because Google controls the algorithm. They control the filters. This is why it's been so, trust me, I am not trying to discourage. I just believe that if we are to do our thing, I think that we need an entire new engine, because if we're going to go up against Google, if we're going to go up against YouTube, we need a different search engine than Google, and it needs to be black owned and controlled, because otherwise, if people have to go find us, just like almost every other.
Here's the difference.
Salute to Lady Novea. What's going on? What's going on? If Jay-Z did all that, how did he end you with Beyonce? I don't know what that means, sunflowers, but okay. You know, TV Network giving us greetings and all that. What y'all think about that? Do we need our own search engine? Do our people need our own Google?
I think anybody knows that it will be very, very much so, I guess you can say, more beneficial for a person to, you know, be able to say to themselves, yeah, those who share my skin tone and features, that's us right there, right? That's somewhere for us to go to. I get that. What we keep on missing is how we keep on falling for the okie doke. And this is just some real shit. I'm not saying don't put one of us in there. All I'm saying is we too quick to just simply say, man, just get a nigga in there. Just get one of us in there. I don't care who. But then we have fucked up ass mayors like Lori Lightfoot. You know, then we have, you know, crazy shit that goes on. I'm much, much more about a headspace. So what I would say is we need to find the right Negro to get in there. We need to find the right one of us, not just one of us. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has seen what I've seen. That shit usually don't work. But I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
I'm sorry. I don't know. On this part, this is where they kind of lose me. Like they losing me. Like I'd have turned already. I'm just gonna be honest. Well, I was happy when he got to the solutions. Then the rest of it became a bore to me. This sound like rich people problems. You know what I'm saying? And us down here on planet Earth, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got that type of money. We way off from starting our own search engines or whatever. That's rich people problems. That's where they kind of lose me with stuff like that. But I know we in his world right now, but it don't relate to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't relate to me. And that's when you see the black people start leaving the room because it's like, okay, we ain't on that yet. We just dealing with what we dealing with. We have to deal with you too because we ain't made our money yet. You know what I'm saying? He got money to buy ads and all that. We ain't made it there yet. So can you talk to the little people? You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. So I'm over here on the left because I don't know what they talking about over there on the right. Yeah, I don't relate to that, so I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel, but it's kind of over my head on that one, you know. Yeah.
Rock out, so rock out.
You here? You probably on mute. But I mean, it's dangerous as far as a person, like I said. You know, good dude. Like I rock with him and everything, you know.
Your dispute really is what now, Brooke?
Like it's the like what they talking about now. Okay, when they first started talking, they were hitting because I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm doing this stuff. I'm in the struggle right now, so I get it. But Willie kind of turned him, or he does this thing, and this is why I can only watch a little bit of his stuff because he goes off into this like imaginary world. You know what I'm saying? Where the millionaires and the billionaires are. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine someone on let's say an entrepreneur level, or someone that ain't made that type of money yet, ain't had the artists and all that, just try to think about, okay, yeah, well, you know, I'm gonna try to get something bigger than Google or make something on my own, and it without the backing of a celebrity or because that's where we down here on Earth is at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. When I'm doing all this stuff I'm doing, the only thing that I found that has worked for me is, you know, the old ancient outwork everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I just took a whole month and I chilled, which means when February come, I'm flooding everything. You know what I'm saying? But that's how, you know, and I'll do that for a couple of months, then I'll chill again. You get what I'm saying? That's how I stay relevant. You get what I'm saying? They see me, but I as far as all of this, you know, we gotta buy. First of all, we not unified enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Not the little people down here. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dane, you know, he married and you know, he married the right color. You know what I'm saying? He walked up into the right family. You know what I'm saying? So he has a lot of backing when it comes to that. He has a lot of support. But my boy got money, like, you know. But some of the stuff that they talking about, it's like, hey, you talk to us down here. Because you're supposed to be helping us. But you up there in the clouds. And Willie D ain't making it no better. You know what I'm saying? He up there too, trying to figure. You ain't even done that. You ain't even thought about buying no search engine. So why are you talking about that? It's not relevant to what you're doing. You still making money on YouTube. And then for the ones that's not making money on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We definitely ain't in that. You know what I'm saying? We still trying to get there. So it's like, you know how they say you only pay attention to what's relevant to you or what can help you.
Yeah, that's basically the dynamic that falls into survival. It's a natural attraction to gravitate to that which would be beneficial and or something more so to your liking. But I would say you did hit on a point in my opinion when you said about the supporting supporting ourselves and everything. Yeah, I think about that too. I always say again, because when you said that, I was thinking of cart before the horse again. Because we will go ahead and continuously say, let's just go ahead and start a business and do this. And I'm like, you mean with our people supporting it?
Right.
Our self-hating ass motherfuckers hating it. Come on now. Like, you know, if you're really, really successful, you know how the saying goes and stuff. Like, you know, if you show them this, they say that ain't nothing. You show them that, and they try to downplay that. And then if you really, really make it, then they say that you done turned your back on folks and it's fake, or it's you can't never. It's so. To that point, I would say, yeah, there's a huge, huge gap in the aspect of being an owner of a business and getting that support. There's a huge gap there. That right there, because without the support, I mean, you can try to start all you want. I promise you. I've seen it myself over and over and over and over again. And then you also have that aspect to land it. Sometimes you got a lot of those within our village, within our community, that don't want to. They just don't want to give you your flowers. They don't want to support, because then that's them letting you know, hey man, I like what you're doing. And to some of us, that shit is cringing as fuck to come out of their mouth and actually say and or show. Some of us just like, I mean, it turns their stomach.
Yes.
To ever think, especially if they had a preconceived notion about you, especially if at first they thought that you was on some other shit and then you grow on them, man, you got some folks, I'm trying to tell you right now, they won't support, and everything else because they just don't want to let you know that they actually like you.
Yeah. Salute
I digress. My mic is muted.
Yeah. That and it's funny because I was talking to Mr. Best earlier, right? And I said, okay, not to tell the whole thing, but it was just a thing of, I was like, you never know the influence you have on people until you disappear. And that's what it's been for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? A lot of times, I'll put it like this. And we wait on our own kind, like you saying, Smitty, it's going to be a long road to the top. You know what I'm saying? I take the love from everybody. It's just, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm almost the ultimate entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I sell everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Legally. But, the thing on it is like, I understand like the black unity and all that and stuff like that, but until we get what we supposed to get, I'm taking that love from anywhere and everywhere. You could be black, white, red, orange. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Money is green. And as far as the content creator, like what Mr. Best is saying, or I give you one. I was writing down what Dane was saying. He was hitting some great points. Like, if you don't believe you can win, then you can't win. Basically, that's what he's saying. I respect stuff like that. That's stuff that helps entrepreneurs out. You know what I'm saying? If your circle is not right, you can't win. Like, these are, different things that I respect. When he talking like that, I'm all for him. Because one person you won't see talk like that on that type of level is Jay-Z. He'll talk on another type of level. You know what I'm saying? Like, almost like a secret code to talking. You know what I'm saying? But I respect the dude. As far as us, we got a lot of work. But, platforms like this and where it's all love and it's not really no backbiting, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I respect, platforms like this. What do you do for the entrepreneur? And I'm asking everybody in the chat if y'all can tell me what y'all think. To the entrepreneur or the content creator that's used to doing things on their own. What do you, Smitty, or what do you say about that? Like, what do you think their chances of making it are?
The content creators and what, the YouTube space?
Like just say content creating in general. Like they usually don't have a team. They used to doing everything on their own. You think that they can succeed?
Let me touch on the last argument I was making.
Go ahead.
Get to this question. I'm about to cook this for real. You're gonna have to clip this one because I'm definitely about to cook.
Oh, you want to cook?
Yeah. This past Monday, the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his day was celebrated. And, Dr. King went through so many different things that are documented and non-documented, right? But a lot of people always wonder, well, if he was able to fight for civil rights and he got that passed, and he was able to fight for these different rights and got that passed, why did Dr. King wind up getting assassinated? Like, why did that happen? Like, where did that come from? So they ain't assassinated him with the civil rights. They ain't assassinated him with everything else, but they assassinated him for what? Why did this man get deleted? Right? That's always a big question that we have, right? For decades. Why did the great Dr. King lose his life? Right? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the theory that I have, right? Anybody can argue their point, and it's fine. I want to hear all points and aspects. People can come up here and debate me. I'm all good with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why, in my theory, that he got assassinated was for two reasons. One, he started speaking out on the Vietnam War. That was a no-no. His own parents, his own father told him to leave the war alone because he felt like it would be life-threatening. You know what I mean? So that's what he felt. That's what his father initially felt for him. He said, I fear for your life if you speak on this war. That was one. Two, he started trying to fight for equal working rights and equal pay for us. He was trying to get money and make sure that we were paid basically reparations for a lot of different things that we were going through. He said in the speech that he was coming to get our check. Now, that's the one thing that they don't want us to have is financial equality and pure financial stability. That's one thing that the system, the oppressor, the colonizer does not want us to have. Right? So these are the factors for me that I feel like led to his ultimate demise. You know what I mean? Not civil rights, because if I gotta give you civil rights and I have to give you equal rights, that's easy. Right? We're never gonna be equal. I just gotta be civil with you. That's fine. Right? That's like if you live in my house, right? That's like if we all live in a house, right? I gotta be civil with you and Smitty, but I ain't gotta be equal to y'all. I can do that. You know what I mean? Okay, so y'all want the house when? Thursday and Wednesday? Oh, okay, cool. Y'all can have it Thursday and Wednesday. But y'all know, like, this is still my house, right? And I get to decide, like, whatever I want to do with it. But yeah, Thursday and Wednesday, I can chill for a little bit. You know what I mean? Until I come home. right? That's what civil rights is. Civil rights is they give you a little something. They're not gonna give you the whole pot. They just give you a piece of it. You know what I mean? They're not gonna fill you up. You know what I'm saying? At all. It's not to fill you up. You know what I mean? As far as you know what I mean, us needing credible sustenance as far as us being able to thrive in this country. Okay? Please understand that. Now, with that being said, I don't think there's anything wrong with him saying that we need a Google search engine for ourselves, because that's how other coaches make money. You know what I'm saying? Especially certain communities, because when you're able to basically dictate what the algorithm is, they're able to dictate where the money is going and what eyes are watching what, right? That's why TikTok in other countries don't display the same stuff that they display in America. It's a common known fact, right? So if you go to TikTok in a different country, in a different region of the world, you can't find the same content. They ban it. All that silly and goofy stuff they be doing on TikTok is banned in other countries. If you don't believe me, do your research, okay? You can look it up. Now, I mean, it's free, all right? That's free game. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. We have to strive to do more. So what Dame Dash and what Willie D is saying is absolutely on par. We got to strive to do more, right? And yes, with our people, and this is the thing, this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all be glamorizing what Dr. King and Malcolm X went through. Y'all knew that some people did not want to, they didn't want segregation to end, right? There were some black people that was like, shut up. We don't want this to end. Fight for what? Now we don't want no civil rights. We good how things are now. We like how the white folks is doing us. We good. You know what I'm saying? But we glamorize these things because we don't have the full history and context, and because of the way media makes it, right? Media makes it seem, you know what I'm saying, that we all galvanized together and we all wanted to fight for civil rights and equal rights. And we all know he wasn't. No, he wasn't. It was some Negroes that was like, yo, go sit down, man. Shut up. You're making it bad for the rest of us. I want that little job in a segregated town. I want to eat in the back of Master's house. I'm good with that. I'm just glad they had that. Right? At least it ain't slavery. Know what I mean? So this is what we have to realize, man. Know what I mean? And a lot of it is just us doing our research. We got to realize these things. It's not uncommonly known. But a lot of times, like I said, we get into the glamorization of what Dr. King went through and what Malcolm X went through. And we just think that it was all good. It was all love. All black people held hands. And we all marched over the bridge. Like, no, we did not. No, we did not. My grandparents told me that. I was like, yeah, some of us ain't want him to say nothing. We just wanted him to shut up. He was good. I'm like, damn, okay. Know what I mean? But that was real. That's how they really felt. Know what I mean? So you have to push forward. You know what I mean? We always got to push forward. We cannot be slacking. We cannot be saying we don't need something. We need everything. All right? When other coaches come over here on the boats or the ships or whatever they come in on a plane, they trying to get everything. They trying to get every food stamp. They trying to get they're trying to get all benefits. They're trying to get everything. You know what I mean? They're trying to invent whatever they can invent to make sure that people move forward. They don't care what it takes or who it takes to get to it. And they don't care if you got to lose your life for them to get it. Please understand that. Or lose your community. Gentrification is a prime example of that. You know what I mean? So if they gotta move me, Evolution, and Smitty, and Ruthless Truth all out the hood, so that the Asian, Korean, or Middle Eastern, or whatever man can have it, they will do it in a heartbeat. Trust and believe they will.
It's happening
They do it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we need our own search engine. We need our own everything. And yes, it will not be easy. And some of these Negroes ain't gonna want to come. It's fine. You know what I mean? They'll either get it or get lost. You know what I mean? But she said, "What do you have in your mouth, Smitty?" Hey man, I don't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? Send him a message. I don't know. But we got my man Ruthless Truth in the building. You know what I mean? Ruthless Truth, I'm gonna let you shoot because I know Smitty has a question. So before I keep moving on, I'm gonna go to Ruthless Truth and then we go to Smitty question. Go ahead, Ruthless.
Y'all hear us up here talking about Martin Luther King?
Anything you want to talk about pertaining to Dame Dash, Martin Luther King?
Shit, bro, you can tell Ruthless fresh on the panel. You can talk about anything.
Yeah,
Lord knows where the hell we gonna be in 10 minutes from now.
Did you watch
Set the
video
GPS before you let that nigga drive. Please, please.
pertaining to the video that we watched and some of the stuff that we talked about? Like, please.
I thought I heard y'all talking about Martin Luther King and that fucked up dream. Right? And
Go ahead, Ruthless.
I think with the civil rights movement, although it was, I would say, I guess the only move the blacks saw to do, but it was shameful and distorted. We running back to our pressure, begging them, our pressure to get acclimated back into the place where we're not wanted, which if we really thought about that, right, really carefully put all it through, it would be not the best thing for blacks, right? Because we talk about a people who didn't treat us right in slavery. They really didn't have a like, they kind of showed their hatred. And for us to come back and try to negotiate a fair deal was insane. But moving forward today, right? So what's done is done. The past is the past. And this is why I was just talking on the last panel that black people at this point, even though it was a very foolish thing to try to come back, but we exceeded all expectations for a country that's built against us. And all black women need to give us more credit and stop whining, because there are a lot of black men who punch the lines of successfulness, right? And we have to champion our greatness, right? We got to champion how we've moved as a people instead of so much focusing on the negative of our people, because it seems like we don't. Even though I don't agree with Martin Luther King did, but what he did, obviously a lot of blacks did agree with it, but they forgot about the struggles to get here, where we at right now. And them struggles, right, are part of us black people even to this day. We remember, we pay tribute. We have a fucking holiday, right? But yet we get on here right after the holidays and call each other names and throw water and ice cream at each other. So if we're going to represent this thing with Martin Luther King and them did, right, let's do it right. We got to be better towards each other. We got to be black women and black men and black men and black men need to be better towards each other. We need to have more decorum. We need to hear each other out. We need to be more intellectualized and getting our thoughts off. Because just because you can't win an argument don't mean we have to jump on somebody's economic situation to prove that they're not worthy. Or just because, a man points out the behavior of the woman that they might not truly like, she doesn't have to point to his economic situation to say, you ain't shit, right? So until we get our house in order, since from the time like now, until the next, 20 years, unless we get our shit in order, I don't even want to hear shit about Martin Luther King. Because motherfuckers ain't representing that shit right. I digress.
Okay, yeah. My therapy is working so well. I'm over here crying myself. Y'all understand what it took to get there. Did y'all see my face? It wasn't no expression or nothing. I was working hard. Like, damn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing good. But he made some good points though. This is the first time I really ever listen to Ruthless. But salute to you, Ruthless. Some of that, you know what I'm saying? But most of it, 90% of it was great. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you something. How you feel about Obama? When his presidency, how you feel about that?
Well, what Obama did was an indictment on black people selling out for their oppressor, right? And now a lot of black people celebrate, oh, we got a black president, da, 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 da. But really, he didn't represent our best interests, right? He talked a good one. No, I give him that. He talked a good one. Matter of fact, he was a little bit better than Martin Luther King, in my opinion. Like, God damn, like this nigga got mouthpiece, right? I like him, but I know he's fake. But damn, you can't help but like this bro. But to my point is though, us black people, and this is why I kind of don't rock with Obama, is he forgot our struggles, man. This is almost like saying black people being police officers, black people going to the military, like we're participating in some shit that really is a bit of an embarrassment because we're in a place that we're very disliked. But I'm not going to judge, right? You got to do what you got to do to survive. So at the end of the day, we're here and we're now. And so I'm going to say to the guys who went to the military, who are officers, Obama, at least your objectivities of success. And you have complied to the point and we can compete with other races. We're in elite people, right? We can, doctors, lawyers, you name it. Where we at? What y'all want to do, right? We there. Every gangsters, right? We that too, right? What y'all want to do? We can do the streets or we can take it to politics, right? Black people are the top of the cream of the delicate crop, right? And we serving it up on the platter. But then we come on here and throw it all away for a motherfucking argument about beans and rice, right? We throw it all away. Fuck you, nigga, you ain't shit. Y'all broke ass, right? We just throw it all away. We throw all our great success away for an argument that is, which is not really worth the weight and gold. Because the ultimate objective is to understand our struggles, how to communicate with our women, because right now we are a little bit, in negotiations with our women, trying to get them to come back to their femininity, right? And that's like a little push and pull type thing. But it's not the end of the world, right? We still love you. We love the black women, right? Black men marry more black women than any man, and black women are least likely to date outside their race, right? So that being said, we stuck with each other. And I digress.
All right.
Okay.
I had one more, but I
We're gonna pause for now. Okay.
Yeah, I had one more, but I know Smitty got something to say. I just want to say shout out to Miss Langdon. If you thought that it wasn't time for me to go back, I did all this without the happy pill. I didn't show no type of expression or nothing, and I ate it. You know what I'm saying? I am healed. That's all I'm saying.
Evolution, no. Stop. Go ahead, Smitty. Go ahead.
What was her question again? He was asking something.
No, you had a question.
No, I didn't. Look, asked you. She was getting to me about something. I'm still picking my teeth from that beef ribs you just served us all up, and then Rufus came in the building. What are you talking about, sir?
No, it was something that you was about to say, but I kind of stepped in. It was something.
I was about to say to what she was about to ask. What she asked me and you. What was that you just responded to?
Well, the next thing I was going to ask him was about how did he feel about Trump. That's what I was going to ask, because that would sum up the whole argument. You know what I'm saying?
About Trump?
Yeah, how you feel about Trump?
I mean, he's the devil. What's up?
Okay. Yeah,
he don't represent me. He represents a lot of people's wallets, though.
Hold on, Ruthless. Wait a minute now. I thought I was the devil. You can't be doing that, Ruthless. You better pick one now. Is it me or Trump? Who is it now?
Both of y'all.
Fuck that nigga. Both of us can't be it.
Yes, y'all can. He's the white devil. You the black devil.
Oh man. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting him to say that, because usually when people don't like Obama, they like Trump. So that's what I was asking. And usually when they don't like Martin Luther King, they don't like Obama. So I was just going down the step ladder of, you know what I'm saying? So that was all. So I was surprised you said that about Trump.
I'm gonna say this, right? Evolution, era, media, whatever that name is you got up there.
You don't like it? I think it's beautiful.
No. I just it's long. But anyway, I don't dislike Martin Luther King or Obama, right? I don't have no personal beef against them, right? So I'm not saying that, oh man, fuck them, none of that. I don't agree with their methods, right? On the way they went about their successes. But who am I, right? I'm just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just a person here, you know what I mean? And
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so when we first started, because this ties into it, we were talking about like unity, right? And how we don't kind of support each other, you know, kind of something like what you were saying, you know, as a community. You get what I'm saying? If you feel like, do you feel like if we didn't have people like Martin Luther King, like Obama, you know what I'm saying, that we would be able to sit on these platforms and tell our opinion? You know what I'm saying? That we would have got this far as a people, or would we still be like sitting in the back of the bus and, you know what I'm saying, being segregated while we eat, not being able to drink out the fountain? You know what I'm saying? Probably still in the slums. Do you think without these men we would have got as far as we've come now?
Yes, we would have eventually said, you know what, enough is enough. One thing about men, we are men of war. We if the civil rights would have transpired, like you said, and we would have been just like divided and we'd had to reside here, we then would have started formulating, okay, just like we did after the civil rights movements, right? We started formulating, because even after the civil rights movement, we were still being persecuted. We were still being attacked. It wasn't like after they did away with all that, they still was going after black people. And we formed, and then we protected, right? So I would say if let's just hypothetically say the civil rights movements would have never came about and we would have been stuck with a divided nation, right? We would have came up with, and I'm gonna give you an example of this, prison, right? When you go to prison, it's politics. You go into your tribe, right? And then they're gonna lay down the rules to you. This is how we roll over here. This is how we do business. This race over here, don't go over there and don't, you know what I mean? If they have a problem with this race, come holler at our leaders. Our leaders go holler at their leaders, right? And then we hash this out. So the reason why I said prison is a perfect example, because in prison, we're no longer disenfranchised. We are now forced in a situation to be a part of each other in a structural way, or else we'll get wiped out by the other races. So we learn, even though we still got a little, it's there, but we are communicating. We have leaders. We have positive views. Say, hey man, this dude did this. We come down on him. This bad, because remember, the inmates run that asylum. The ward and the CO, they may govern it, but the inmates run the asylum. And they come with this shit thick when violence and when they come and talk to the inmates and say, hey, what is it we do? Can we get this done? To get to stop this. They're not making us do it. So we have the quorum. We know how to talk these things out. We know the hash. This is what we want. This is our demand. So we do have structure. Black people are able to assimilate. So if civil rights never came, we'd assimilate it.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this briefly. I'm trying to figure out, why do we keep like fooling ourselves into thinking that we can bypass certain things? Has anybody ever thought that, yes, okay, let's say we have this nigga utopia. Okay, cool. It's just all of us. I'm gonna be real with you. Every city has its hood, and then it has its upscaled areas. My point is, why do we act like and never talk about the fact that we may have to actually take into consideration, not only are not all of us going to go and make it, but even then, we will have segregation throughout our own village. We have it now. All the way down to goddamn light skin, dark skin, you name it. Who got the bag, who don't? We got segregation now. Who hood, who suburban.
Yep. Yeah. Very
so
true.
So the thing is that We keep talking about we want that segregation from white people. Right. Once we accomplish that, what beast do you think we're going to need to feed then? Simple. Cannibalize your own. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Mm.
But every race of culture has that. You know what I mean? They have the underworld or the people that represent the underworld, right? Or the criminal side, right? Remember when The Sopranos was on, right? And a Italian community got together and they said this does not represent our community. We do not like the show. And this is an Emmy Award winning show. Ratings are off the charts. They won an awards for the show. Number
So
one
yeah,
rated show in the whole US was The Sopranos at the time. There was no show bigger. You know what I'm
did they
saying?
take it off?
No, they didn't take it off.
They didn't take it off. Okay, because
No,
I was
they're,
about to say.
they're making money hand over foot. You think they're taking it off? Think HBO
Hold on.
taking
Who
it
get
off?
naked? Who get naked? Who get naked?
Oh, because my thing on that is so that we can't televise their their bad what they don't like, but ours can be all over.
Yeah,
So I was like, they took it off. Then I
but
feel
listen,
like,
the show did not get canceled though because HBO was making money hand over foot, right? It was the number one show. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Across the whole land. You know what I'm saying? So even though, but the community still spoke out. Hey, look, we don't like. This is not a good representation of Italians. This is not who we are. That's garbage. We don't represent that, right? So of course we're always gonna have people that kind of don't represent the morale or the decent people in our society, right? You're gonna always have that. Every culture has that. From the Asians to the Middle East, everybody got that. You know, everybody got an underworld or underbelly of people that be, or the ratchets as we like to call them, right? Every culture has that. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is that those cultures have a standard, right?
yeah.
And when you don't follow that standard, you get outcasted, and you understand that you're not a part of you're not part of what they're trying to do to move things forward. You know what I mean? And the people that's doing the criminal stuff and the crazy stuff, they know that. They accept that. They with the shits, they know it. You know what I mean? So yes, we will have an underbelly of people who are acting up and who are doing crazy stuff like other communities, but at least you will have a community that has a set morale, that has a set way of doing things, and we not budging. You know what I mean? Just like them other communities
Okay,
don't
hold
budge.
on. Do you
No.
think
Well, other
if
communities,
it was do you think if it was just us, it's only us in this community? Now I want you to look at, what we typically do now. Let's just be real about it. What we typically do now is we let every fucking thing slide. You know that for the most part, we can't tell each other nothing. We can't hold each other accountable. So I want you to think this is a village that was running to get away from segregation and racism and everything. Now we're in this village and it's just us. And you're right. Every village has these things, right? The low morale, the degeneracy, and all of that. Cool, I got you. What I'm saying is that we are running from something that all we're doing is taking right along with us. Anyway, at the end of it all, we're going to still be with those aspects. Now, I'm not saying stay here and fight the good fight with good old Massa in there. Not saying that at all. Honestly, Smitty don't give a fuck what you niggas do. I'm my own man. I'm always that lone wolf, so I don't give a shit. But listen, I'm gonna say this. The things that we're talking about we want to get away from are the things that will be right there. My point is, if we never have any form of okay, we pull each other up. When you say this morale, right? If we leave the city, we all right, y'all, we going off to do our own thing. And if we take with us all of the shit that had us fucked up in the city, what do you think we're going to go ahead and unpack when we get to the village? I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
but you're always gonna have that. You're gonna have that in whatever culture that there is, right? No matter what culture you go back to and you look at, you know what I mean. Whether it's the Indians and the caste system, they had to fight to get that caste system. That wasn't something that people just bowed down and did. It was a fight to do that, right? So it was one tribe or one village against another, right? Of the same people. That happens across the board. Like I said, it happens in the Latin community. It happens in the Middle Eastern community. Of course, you're gonna have tribes of the same people fighting against each other. You know what I mean? That's gonna
What's
happen
the
no matter.
difference between these other communities and us? So
The difference is that they have structure because once all that
because
was
of
weeded
what?
out, once that was weeded out, and they
Unity.
went through wars and they fought amongst
Exactly.
each
Brooke said it.
There.
what?
Unity. It's that they're unified.
Yeah, yeah, but in order to get unity, of course, there's gonna be people that we're gonna have to get that's gonna have to get we have to get rid of, right? And they may have to be deleted or enslaved, right? Even amongst our own. We understand this. Every culture has that. That's what I'm saying. You're just moving the goalposts, Smitty.
Okay, so
I've just said that. Every culture has that. Every culture has that.
I didn't move shit.
But
I'm
I'm
saying,
I'm sorry.
this thing, right? I understand what you guys are saying, the assimilation of that, but we got a lot of. First of all, we got as Black people, particularly, we got a lot of burnt bridges, a lot of bloodshed amongst our people. So we will first have to build the bridges back, right? We are very much in odds with each other in so many different phases, right? And too many of us assimilate to other cultures, where like in the hood, they grow, they move where the white folks is at, or they, you know what I mean? Like we disenfranchised at this point because the dudes in the hood think they're better than the dudes who get an education, right? So once again, it's just a lot of bridges that are burned, and for that to even assimilate, we have to build these bridges back. And this was communication. That have to first. Then we have to re-indoctrinate because one thing about the other races, yet even though they are divided still to this day, the Japanese don't fuck with the Chinese, Koreans don't fuck with it, right? But the people of like-minded, if we can find each other who are like-minded and then assimilate under that form and build the bridges back, then we can leave the rest behind, right? We can leave the descendants by themselves because they're going to do what they're going to do, and America going to build with them. But as far as dealing and build our legacies and making like the Black neighborhood great again, we're going to have to mend the bridge, and it starts right here on YouTube. Once again, how we talk to each other, decorum, how to have a civil discord, right? Without being disrespectful, without shaming each other because we want to win the argument or we lose the argument. It starts right here. Simple conversations build nations.
I'm wrestling with that because it's like.
Let me say my last point, and I'm landing right here.
Okay.
Right? It's my last point. I never said it was going to be easy. Okay, I never said that. So that thing that you got in your mind, I said it was going to be easy. I never said that. It's going to be hard work. Unity is hard. You think it's going to be easy? It ain't.
Hell no.
And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be some work to be done.
Yes.
But go ahead, Evolution. I'm sorry.
No, I was just thinking like about that, right? Like I'm just struggling with it a little bit because like I understand what you're saying, like, or what both of you gentlemen are saying, and I say it all the time, we need to be more unified, right? But we have people in our community, you know what I'm saying, that you can't like everybody can't be fake. You know what I'm saying? So it sometimes you have to pull a person coattails right where they at for the stuff that they are saying, especially if they are being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Now there are tactful ways to do that. So I understand why people go off. Sometimes I get it. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it starts here. You get what I'm saying? I think that we are still, our mindset are still back in like slavery days. You remember slavery days? And Smitty said a little bit of something about it where they put the skin tones against each other, and one couldn't have more than one if you was in the master house, and you get what I'm saying. I think we're still on that type of mindset. I think we got to go way back. Forget about this and you get what I'm saying, and TV, and this is nothing compared to, you get what I'm saying. And I see it everywhere, not just on social media. I see it in real life. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the time that it'll take.
But evolution era, to your point, our women got to get behind us again, though, as well.
Our men have to stand up as leaders.
We're already doing it. Listen, evolution. Let me tell you. Let's take a little history there. Men has always put the work in. I don't know what you're talking about. Black Panthers. Yes, Black Panthers. You know how many homies are serving a life sentence because they came up and rebelled and went against America, so that we can have some sort of respect in this country. A lot of men pay the price for that, not women, right? And as far as hands-on, we're talking hands-on violence or whatever, right? You pay the price, and they're still paying it. Some of them died in prison. Okay, so the white men, like Black Wall Street, right? When they came in and slaughtered all of them, and that's why the Crips and the Blood, all of them reformed, right? Reformed and assimilated into some sort of structure. But somehow we lost our way, right? And I ain't gonna lie, some of us black men lost our way with drugs, pimping, all that old crazy shit, right? But our women also lost their way too when, they sided with the government, getting all these pro benefits, and really figured out that, well, I really can do this without them. And I'm not saying it's all y'all fault, right? But at this point, 2024, changing. Black men are back on their game. They're on their A game for real, for real.
No,
we still yes, we are. Yes, we are. We own. Let me show you something. We obtained 8% of the wealth in all Americans. That's one. Yes. And we were more successful than the Africans who got their own country. Right?
Ruthless. Let the lady respond too.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. If black men were on their game, like you say, why is it so hard to get the black woman to get up under your leadership? Or
because
you get what I'm saying? It wouldn't be that hard if y'all were making the money, y'all were treating the women right. This is the stuff I be talking about. Men don't have no accountability. You know, now I could check my sister all day. I can't check no man. You get what I'm saying? So I would need a man to check another man. And we keep going about this thing of, the women's fault and this, and that. If you're not looking at yourself, you can't look at no other woman, especially no woman that you don't have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, and I've seen this all day. I've been watching this all day on the other social media sites that I'm on, to the point where I've got a whole segment I'm about to do, and it's about to make a lot of people mad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm Big Brooklyn. But it's just a thing of we are supposed to be your rib, right? So we are supposed to follow your leadership. We don't see leaders, and that's the problem. You get what I'm saying?
But here's the problem. You don't follow leaders, right? You follow the bigger picture, the greater good. It's a difference, right? Because sometimes men are going to fall short because we are imperfect. Just like women are imperfect, right? We all got flaws. But if you see other races, right? Yeah, their men have flaws too. Their women stick with the bigger picture, right? For the American power, Hillary Clinton will look the other way for Bill Clinton having them bitches in the Oval Office getting his dick sucked, right? Because she sees a bigger picture. I'm not divorcing them. Why would I divorce this powerhouse? Why would I do that for the greater good? But see, black women, and I'm going to say this, are so hard trying to tame black men in other ways that are like psychological and emotional, right? Instead of just saying, you know what, these are our men. We know they're flawed. A one man ain't. Let's not jump all over them for every motherfucking thing in the book. Let's just get behind them. Weed out the ones that are with the bullshit. Stick with the ones that are about getting that bag and getting our lives in order, right? And complying to the man that fits and is most suitable for you. But no, we have a tendency as people want to quit each other, right? Women want to quit us, right? Because they think that because we have sex with another woman outside of the relationship, the marriage, whatever, they think that they'd rather destroy this family instead of forgiving and moving on. Right?
He destroyed the family when he stepped out. I don't understand what y'all thinking is.
Because the numbers.
Who destroyed the family when you stepped out? Like, no, we are not. No, we don't have to deal with that anymore.
Listen, what I'm saying is
not our ancestors. We are not even our parents or grandparents. Like, this is the problem. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about that. We don't have to deal with
That's not the only reason, though. The main reason y'all leaving is just because y'all trying to upgrade. Money is the number one reason for the.
If I got a loser, of course I want to upgrade. What you mean?
But what is your definition of a loser? If he's making 45, 50, he's good.
Not in my book, but I see what you're saying.
Because you know why?
I make well over that. You get what I'm saying?
I know you do. I know you do. But you guess what else you want?
A lot of women don't want to settle.
You want?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men are saying settle. A lot of men are saying settle, and you know you should have a black man, and it's like no. A lot of us don't think like that. We don't feel like we have to settle.
You know, you don't have to settle.
Let me step in real quick. Let me step in. Salute to Wilder the ruler. Salute. And Big Rick slaps in the building. Salute. Because we get off the point. We get off topic, y'all. Right. The main points that I see that y'all sharing, I understand it, but we can't wait for one man or a group of men to come and lead us, and we can't wait for a group of women to follow or to get in the type of role, right? Because if we seeing other cultures, they'll have their women run for president. They'll have their women run for Senate. They'll have their women become mayor. You know what I'm saying? They're not waiting for a man to do something, and they're not waiting for a woman to do something. You know what I mean? If it's a seat that they could take, that's in the government branch, or a seat of leadership they could take within a country or within a business or a corporation, they're going to take it. And they don't care if they got to put their son there, their daughter there. They don't care who they got to put. They put their own dog. They'll put a dog up in there too. You know what I mean? They'll put whatever was going to represent them. They will put that there to represent their people. And that's what we're getting lost at. You know what I'm saying? If we focus too much on this man, woman, gender role dynamic, we're gonna lose the whole thing. Because they're not waiting. You know what I mean?
Well, we have to, because the family is broken.
White woman as a mayor, that white woman will be a mayor.
But that white woman also has her white husband there supporting her. Our families are broken. So we can't even get to that step because our families are broken.
I understand the evolution. I understand it. But what I'm saying is that we are waiting. We have this Messiah mentality where we are waiting for the Superman to come out the sky or Superwoman to come and do this and clean our houses or whatever. We waiting for a bunch of shit that ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? A bunch of retarded shit that's probably not gonna happen. What we need to do is say, listen, what do we need to vote for? You know what I'm saying? What bills and laws are gonna impact our people? You know what I'm saying? What are things that's going to change our community? And this next election that's coming up, what are these people that's going to step in office? How it's going to benefit our community? Forget the other communities. They already got their things set up. You can go to Japantown, Italian town, Middle Eastern town. You go everywhere, and they got a town and it's organized. You know what I mean? And I don't want our town just to be the hood anymore. That's not good enough. Okay, we need to have an infrastructure like them other communities have. You know what I mean? And like I said, they're not waiting for their man or the woman to step up. They try to put a woman in office the last presidential term, right? They try to put Hillary Clinton up in there, right? So they don't care. As long as it's one of them, they don't care if it's a man or a woman. You know what I mean? Hell, they may try to even put a white child up in there next time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being dead serious though. Like, I'm not joking. You know what I mean? So all this gender, going back and forth and blaming each other. This is all a waste. That's why I don't watch that manosphere bullshit. All that feminism bullshit is a waste. It is a waste. It's a fucking distraction. To be honest with y'all. Right. Big Rig, I'm gonna let you rock out. Go ahead, Big Rig. Go ahead, Evolution. Go ahead. Let me go to Big Rig.
Yeah, I was just saying, and I'm not really trying to point no fingers, right? But what I'm just saying is, we black people, we have focused on, just like Beth said, the minute shit that you cannot change, right? We try to control the things we cannot change. And this is what we get stuck in. We get stuck in this rut. Finger pointing. When the bigger picture is success of economic climate. This is where we become elite as a race at. That's the only way the nuclear family is going to ever get back a chance. Because if you want somebody perfect, they never gonna fuck up, you gotta marry God. Because other than that, you're gonna be out here in this rat race, but it's gonna cost you. Everybody's gonna be over individualism. So yeah, if we want for Martin Luther King, you want to represent, because Martin Luther King had multiple women, right? But his woman stood there because she said, you know what? The greater good, the greater big picture. This is the win.
Ruthless, wrap it up, B.
I wrapped it up, B.
Go ahead, Brooke. You got something to say, so we can go ahead and let our man Slab get up in there.
He at the mall. Let me get the mall.
Yes, Big Rig. I want to hear what you gonna say. I like Big Rig.
Right now, where you
I was just gonna I've kind of said it before, and I like how 84 kind of brought it up again. And I think you brought it up too, Evolution, with the whole unity thing. And that's something I do notice. A lot of cities I go to, you can kind of tell where you're at. You know, you got a Chinatown, you got the where all the Mexicans are. You'll see it in the stores. You'll see it in everything. You see their culture. And then when you go to the black neighborhoods, ours is usually just ghetto. It's all beat up. Everybody's out there just doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not really upkept or anything like that. You know what I mean? We know what it is. And it always just kind of killed me, man, how like we don't have a section like that. You know what I'm saying? And the sections that we do have, they're just beat to hell. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's usually like the west side of town or something is where you see all the blacks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's always a train going by there or some shit. Like, but it always just tripped me out, man, how like you could see Little Saigon. You can see all these little spots, man. They're nice. You can see like the buildings that kind of take on their culture, the signs, everything, man. And when it comes to us, man, all we have to show is these hoods. And it's just like, we're so much better than that. And when I hear people talk about, you know, building something from the land, you know, ground up, it's like, shit, we got to come together first, man. And let's build our fucking communities up first and accomplish that. And then maybe we can move on to something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got with that.
I mean, black people got soul food spots. You come to LA, let me bring you to South Central. Right? You got Nolan soul food. You got like M&M soul food. And you got black. Oh, we got a lot of black owned shops down here. I know Nipsey Hussle had some going on that took him out. But he was building. Us black people are down and we got our community out there. We just don't want to realize it, right? You go to Inglewood, you'll see all the black shops, all black owners. What's going on?
I mean, you can see that in Oakland too. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying across the board, period. You know, like every city, it isn't going to be like that. But you know what I'm saying? And almost every major city, you're going to see, you know, the Chinatowns and all that type of stuff, where the Indian people are. You're going to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's just different. It's just different when it comes to us.
Well, you know, I mean, Chinese bring a lot of drugs in, so of course they're gonna have that, right? So, and the Mexicans bring a lot of dope in too. So that's all right. They got.
I ain't gonna get into all of that, man. That's bringing in other shit, though.
I'm just saying, they're in the Bay with America. It's all about money, right? Politics. Black people are succeeding. We owe 8% of the wealth. Asians owe 8% of the wealth, and Mexicans have 7% of the wealth. So we're up in there, baby. We up in there. We competing. We got doctors.
So do you see that where you live? Because I don't see that where I live.
Oh yeah, man. We out here balling out here. Where you at?
I'm in New York. I don't see none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man,
I don't see the ball.
Well, that's what I mean. It ain't like that everywhere. And like, I've been through South Central. I know what he's talking about. And like I said, you can see the same type of things like in Oakland and stuff. But I'm just saying across the board, and you're a perfect example, Evolution, on what you just said. She don't see that. But I guarantee you she sees a section where other people are and their culture out there in New York. I guarantee that.
Listen, you got successful black people in New York. Believe that.
No, I'm not saying that there isn't. I'm just talking about the whole area and just the surrounding, and like you'll know where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know where you at when you're in Brooklyn.
It's a turn off the freeway, bro.
Yes.
Like it'll
When I
tell
see
you.
stuff like that. I have to go into the Italian neighborhood to see that.
There you go.
See what?
To see
When I
what
was
you're
on the
talking
East Coast,
about.
I seen there was a lot of Jewish neighborhoods.
Especially the Jewish neighborhoods with the houses that look like mansions. We have to walk through and drive through that to see the wealth and stuff that you're talking about.
I don't see that type of shit in California.
Oh, what you mean?
See?
What you mean?
I'm just saying how their dynamics was when it comes to the different cultures and shit out there on the East Coast.
Oh, well, we got
because they have different people out there.
We're not
just like how we have Mexicans, they got hella Puerto Ricans and Italians and shit. We got kind of just these white people. They got like Italians and Russians.
The Russians too. Yeah.
But I'm saying is this, right? I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna land this plane. Us black people, 80% of us are well-to-do. And maybe not all rich, but at least middle class and up. 20% are, what they are. So we're doing better than a lot of Africans who own their own country. Black people are very successful. I don't see what y'all saying. I'm not saying that we're all the most wealthiest because white people, they got that. But we are competing. We got black.
I'm not talking about success though, bro. I'm not talking about success.
Unity.
We're going to build a black community again, right? Once again, we have to build. We got to get the bridges. We got a lot of burnt bridges. We're going to have to bridge that gap.
I'm talking more about the bridges, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the success. I'm talking about the burnt bridges and us. We need to get them bridges back together. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. And that starts here. With having the conversation.
Yes. I think it starts with pulling our own people coattails, though. I really think it does. You get what I'm saying? Like if I see my sis doing something that's wrong or whatever, I should be able to pull her to the side and say, "Hey, sis, such and such and such and such." You get what I'm saying? Without having to pull her heart out of her chest because she done said something crazy to me when I try to check her. You get what I'm saying? Or something like that. The men need to do the same thing. I think it starts because our families, our homes are broken. You get what I'm saying? The majority of the homes is single parent stuff. We don't see a lot of that in other races and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? That's a part of not having unity and stuff like that. I think it starts with us checking each other. You get what I'm saying? So we have to have conversations like this sometimes.
Hey, bro, I don't think it's really honestly a shortage of those who will speak up, who will be, if you want to say, quote unquote, those kind of enforcers of, hey, come on, man, we don't do that shit, right? The problem is the response. Not only will the person who's doing the bullshit be like, oh, Nick, mind your business, leave folks alone, blah, blah, blah. Not only that, out of nowhere, a bunch of other nothing ass niggas, some strangers that just come and start actually hounding on you with like, yeah, nigga, like, man, leave folks alone and shit. Nigga, why you worried about it, nigga? But you ain't got nothing better to do. And so it's not just that, it's a lot of different things that come along with as to why the accountability is off balance right now with us. I'm just saying that to land it. I look at it more so how the people respond, the lashback that comes with it, and the people that join in and help that person keep doing the bullshit. And they just drown your voice out. You're drowned it out by all of the likes, the smiles, the hugs, the promotions, and everything else. I forever and day called her ass retarded. Somehow or another, we do shit like push the chick, like I said before, that put Gorilla Glue in her hair to be on Ellen DeGeneres. How the fuck how did you get there, lady? How did you get on Ellen? And you doing book signings?
That's the agenda. We know what that is. That's the agenda.
Like, so you just gotta understand, but it's not just that. It's us too. We be pushing bullshit And we be hushing and drowning out the folks that really do have something to say, that will stand on all 10 toes on the discipline, the morality, and integrity of what it is that we're supposed to represent. I digress. My mic is muted.
Yeah. Like I had just watched this video the other day of a black woman who supposedly ate a mouse and her neck, some type of reaction, her neck. I was furious. And I looked at the views on this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, they are astronomical. You know what I'm saying? So it's our mindsets. And yeah, so I mean, this is my thing on that, right? I don't know if I'm willing to wait years for us to get it together. You know what I'm saying? This is why you get so many people. It's like, I'm just going to do what I do on my own and get where I need to get. I don't have time to wait on this one. You know what I'm saying? Me to be unified. And I'm 60% on that level. You know what I'm saying? I just got to where, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna open up a little bit to people and stuff like that, you know, because I was a lone wolf for a long time. Like I still kind of am on a lot of different things. So it's a lot of us that's not willing to wait on that. You know what I'm saying? Which is another problem. So we just got issues. Hey, Raldo.
What's up? Blessings.
You gotta get to my brother Raldo the ruler. But let me say this. But this you gotta understand, Evolution, right? A lot of times those views are up there like that because the people that are on the phone most times are the kids. Kids are the ones that's watching this stuff, right? They're the most impressionable. So when somebody do something stupid and foolish or something that's immature or dumb, and we're like, man, that's some dumb stuff. Who gonna look at that? A child.
Yeah.
Right? So regular human beings or adults, we ain't got time to be looking at that. We working.
Yeah.
We at work. So it's not everybody. So we gotta stop thinking that it's us, because it's not. You know what I mean? Our kids are being poisoned with this stuff. It's not us. It's not the adults. We got 6 adults up here, and none of us are about watching stupid bullshit. We not about that.
Hey, so,
You know what
so.
I mean? We about trying to, you know, we may look at things for entertainment, but for the most part, you know what I mean? We focused on doing something that's going to elevate or it's going to make something beneficial. But a child or somebody that's 25 and under, they ain't worried about that. They trying to turn up all the time. That's what their culture is. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep it 100. Hold on, Smitty, hold on. I got to get the Raldo, and I'm going to get to you after that.
Nah, hold on. Let me just say this briefly. I ain't gonna be long. All I want to say real quick is you do take note that there are some of these children that have facial hair, driver's license, and they're legal to vote. Rock out.
No, it's some of those. What I'm saying, most adults who are really out here in the working field, those who are 25 and over, you know what I mean? They got to be focused, because if you're not focused out here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. If you're not focused and you ain't on your grind, yeah, you're gonna get left behind if you're not focused and you're not doing what you got to do. You will get left behind. You will. Okay? And they have no qualms about leaving you behind and having you sleep in a shelter or on the street or wherever they want you to sleep at. All right? So we understand this. So if you're a well-embodied adult, you don't have no time to be looking at no dumb shit. You just do not. And we understand this very well. Raldo, go ahead.
Man, well, blessings. Thanks for having me on. Peace and blessings to everybody in the panel and chat. Yeah, I heard some of the conversation, and I totally agree, man. I think we just not together on a lot of things, man, especially when it comes to the Black power and, like, you know, how we can unify and bring about change. You know, we got, whenever something affects us, it's like they throw up different things in our struggle, so our attention become diverted and not fully focused, you know. No disrespect to the queens, no disrespect to LBGT, but then they'll start saying, hey, we need a feministic movement. Let's get on that, you know what I'm saying? Whereas there was times that we were being terrorized and we were being targeted by corrupt police officers or whatever, whatnot, and policies and things like that set in place that getting our brothers locked up in prison systems And then LBGT will come and say, hey, let us feed off the black struggle also as well. Whereas we're not considering, regardless of your sexuality, regardless of your gender, right? Or genitalia, there's a war against us as a whole. And it's like we just got to learn how to band together. It's like we got religion separating us, and then we don't know what to call each other. Whether if we like Black Americans, or you know what I'm saying, then we like, oh well, I'm not African American or I'm Moorish. It's just so much that divides us. The reason why we can't get a concentrated focus to obtain the thing that we really should be going after, which should be freedom. And that's the only thing I had to say, man. That's the only thing.
Exactly. And let me solidify my point too. Our media, our music, and things of that nature is mostly controlled by our children, or younger adults. It's mostly controlled by that. It's not controlled by somebody that's over 25. You know what I mean? You'll have some people who's over 25 and they may make a record here and there, or they may make some music here and there. But the ones who controlling it are the youngins. Let's be honest. They really pretty much run the communities now.
So how do you think we can overturn
whether it's through their influence, or whether it's through what they buy, or whether it's what they promoting? And the record companies and the business owners know that, so they come to the hoods and they give these little kids all this money, right, to promote different music like the drill music and all that, right? Knowing that they don't have no financial education, knowing that they have no type of balance of guidelines, right? Knowing that this music is promoting death and destruction, right? But they could come in, offer them a contract. Their parents are so hungry, you know what I mean? And they so tired of working every day. They're like, shit, $500,000, yeah, sign that contract, right? They're not thinking about what their son was rapping about. All they see is that $400,000, right? That's the first thing they seeing. They seeing that $1 million deal. That's all they focusing on. Because they got to go to work, you know what I mean, in 2 hours. So you bringing me a contract that says $400,000. Yeah, you're gonna sign that. Would you sign that right now? They're not thinking about the consequences because they want to escape the reality they're living in. This is what goes on in my neighborhood, Evolution neighborhood, all the neighborhoods that's out there. A lot of it. That's why a lot of it goes down that way. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Evolution. My bad.
I was just thinking. I was like, have y'all ever thought, because I know everybody in here is content creators and podcasts and stuff, have y'all ever thought about who controls the algorithm?
Oh, yeah.
Now, okay.
Nah, that's actually slid my mind, bro.
Now, let me tell you why that's important. This is why I say that, all right, so this is how I think, right? And this is how I do a lot of my content. You have to know who you're directing your content to. If you're this is why Dame Dash, remember when he was talking about what they call the it factor? If you don't have that it factor and you don't know who your content is going to and who is focused on and who controls the algorithm, what type of people, what age group, what they are interested in, what they are focused on, then you get shows that are boring, that nobody watches, that you get no views from. Now, this is the thing, right? So I understood. I was just looking at a note that I put about what Dame Dash said, because he was starting and then Willie took him somewhere else. In order to be a content creator, you got to stay up with the times, right? Because you have to be relevant, right? Which means that if you're just doing content for you, you're not going to get anywhere. You understand? That's why I kind of stopped listening after a while, because there was a thing of, and I stopped myself. I'm going to have to get back to it. Every week I used to see who was controlling the algorithm, where the content was supposed to go and stuff like that. And then I would make reels and videos to that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the name Evolution got out. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of hard work. And I think as like content creators, because there is no like unity and stuff, we're going to have to figure out what's the demographic that we got to go to. And so we can benefit from all this stuff we're doing, even these talks that we're having. That's why I'm glad that all of y'all content creators and stuff like that. Because I'm like, do y'all think about that stuff, or do y'all just do content and shows and stuff about what you like and what you want to talk about. Has anybody ever thought about that? I know I'm a little younger than y'all, but I'm just like,
No, you're on to something, bro. No, you are. You actually bring up a very good point because for the longest time on YouTube has been out a lot longer than we have used the word algorithm. This is something fairly new. And so, no, I mean, you actually hit on something I didn't even think about myself. As far as, because I don't know, I was thinking that algorithm is like AI generated. I wasn't really thinking more so people behind it. Like, like they got like some office where a bunch of them look like the fucking stockbroke room. But I was kind of pondering on what you said. I do find that interesting because I noticed, like, for example, I don't think it's just because it's him. The one video I got shorts that hit well over 1,000, 2,000. But like that one video I got with Booty Johnson, Fleece. That one is like my highest viewed video, comments, and everything. That hit like 1,000 or something more. And it's crazy because with him and the picture on the thumbnail, and this was right when he came out, he was huge on the algorithm, and I believe it just hit because it was him more than anything else. Because at least not yet. I ain't seen no numbers like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day, that'll be a usual. But yeah, for right now, nah, that's unheard of. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Because I'm just making a point that if the kids are the consumers and stuff, then we gonna have to start twerking and TikToking, and you get what I'm saying? Because I'm already doing that, but I'm doing another platform. Not the twerking part so much, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say the TikToking or the twerking. I was just about to ask you clarifying.
At this point, you know what I'm saying? With all this I'm sitting on, I'm about to start twerking something. I need to see these numbers because I'm starting to see, women that look less than I do, you know what I'm saying, getting a lot of love, and I'm not, because I'm sitting in this seat every week. You get what I'm saying? Not saying I'm a be raunchy with it, nothing like that, but I could do a TikTok video. Like, you see them dancing and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying? Not the stripping or nothing. The little dances they do. When they do the backpack dances and stuff like that. Because I'm like, obviously, I love talking to my people, but my people ain't watching. It be the younger people that's watching. They love when I do a real, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to have to start doing that. I do comedy on TikTok. They love that. And if I do something like this, they sleep. So it's like, you got to, yeah, that's just a little tip. You get what I'm saying? That I've been.
Don't forget the cucumber.
Talk about that all the time.
The cucumber.
I got a little two-step. I look good. I'm about to get up. You know what I'm saying? From this damn seat, because it ain't helping me. That's what. Let me
get the queen. Queen, go ahead, and then I'm gonna shoot my nuclear missile. But go ahead.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
That's all good, Queen.
Queen, right? If Ruthless can get up here and run off at the mouth aimlessly, Queen, rock out.
No, I don't do that.
We were talking about just having unity in our community. What would it take? And basically, now we're talking about just the algorithm, content creating, and who controls the image of our people. And I'm about to filet mignon this, but before I filet mignon this, I'm gonna let Queen go.
Well, there was a video out about I think it was an Asian guy, and he said that the algorithms out there is different than they are here, and what people see is very different. And we all know money talks, BS walks. So who got the money? Who got the power? That's who controls it. I don't care what you put out there. It's also what you play and what you replay. On my personal pages or whatever else I got going on in my life. Only thing I play is positivity. I play people serving homeless people. I play people giving back to the community. That's what I play because that's what I want people to see on my feed. Now, when you look at the younger people, you know, I do fault the older people because it's almost like I see too many women competing with the younger girls. Like they are trying to look like them. They're trying to be them. You're not them. Let it go. It's nothing wrong with looking. It's okay to age gracefully and be classy. You don't have to be a hoe and a thought and walking around looking like you 12 years old, sliding down a pole. I'm just saying, you know, you're too old for that. You know, you can still be sexy, but you can be classy. And that's the problem too. And so then you got these young girls who think they know it all and they're having multiple babies. So now they're raising little girls who are now off the hook under the age of 10. So it's getting worse and worse as the day goes by. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But you know, I think we have to value different things. You know, we have to. And there was another video out. Can share with you guys. Maybe at one point. Of two 1-year-olds. It's a black 1-year-old little boy and it's an Asian 1-year-old. The little boy is rapping. He talking hella crazy, inappropriate stuff, but he's rapping. Everybody's behind him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the little Asian boy is doing a major like color puzzle where he's got to figure out how to move stuff and color. So look at what's being fed to us. Look at what's being fed. It's important, you know. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate, but you know, I think you can make an impact, but you got to be willing to put in the work. And I don't think a lot of people want to put in the work. Everybody's so selfish and don't understand that kindness doesn't cost any damn thing. Holding the door for somebody, saying hello, you know, like it doesn't cost. And this is the problem. Everyone's become so damn selfish and self-absorbed. And that's why we keep losing. But that's okay, because the people I'm around, the community I'm a part of, we're going to win. I'm not waiting for the rest of y'all to get on board. I'm not waiting for my race to change. I'm not doing it. Good luck. Fall by the wayside. Those on my boat, we're going to be all right. We're going to eat. We're going to fly, and we're going to soar. And that's all it takes. It takes one little act of kindness that can go a long way. So, yeah.
Hey, Queen, let me
Queen, I don't like heights. Can we just like walk? Can we just, you know, I'm good at the crosswalk.
Let me.
Nah, I don't walk. We can ride.
Let me shoot this nuclear missile in the air, man, so I could destroy this. All right. Oh boy, you know, when I started this channel, you know what I mean, it was something that I did because it was more or less something that a lot of people around me was like, hey man, you should do it. I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. You know what I mean? Why not? And then I met somebody that changed my life forever. Queen already knows who I'm gonna mention, so this is where we gonna go. Met the great Cubilla Jones Harden. You know what I'm saying? And this person gave her very life for this channel to be alive today. She has more videos on this channel than anybody. Anybody. Okay? And for me, and the legacy she left, I'll be damned if I'm doing anything outside of what she laid her life down for. She didn't care about no money. She didn't care about no goddamn algorithm. She didn't give a shit about none of that. The thing she cared about was her message. You know what I mean? If we had the show was at, let's say the show was at, you know, let's say it's 8:01 right now. at 8:05, right? The show starts at 8:05 or whatever. This one will be here at 7:59. On time. You know what I mean? On course. Focus. You know what I mean? Mr. Best, where you at? What we doing? Let's go. Because she had a mission, she had a message. You know what I mean? And that message that she wanted to give out, it was bigger than anything else. She wanted to push our people forward. You know what I mean? No matter what. No matter if it meant, her not being in the best state, or her kind of not having the things that she may want. She had goals and dreams. I watched a clip of her, this week, and it hurt me bad, but I need to see it. She has so many goals and dreams that was gonna help our people move forward, not backwards. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing that really gets me too is the fact that the last time I talked to her, I was trying to give her some money. I had some money from the holidays. I was trying to give her some money. I was like, hey, I got some money. I want to give it to you. You know what I mean? I want to help you out. Like, I know you in there. Things are not where they need to be where you at. I want to help out. She told me no. She said no. Don't give me anything. So for somebody to be that sacrificial and being in the state that she was in when she needed it, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me nothing. I am going to do and be about what I want to represent. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing that Dame Dash talked about, which we didn't get to, is about building your own algorithm. You know what I mean? Building your own legacy, building your own structure, not waiting for somebody to create. Most people in this space are too lazy, or they're not creative at all, or there may be a combination of both. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I mean, for them. You know what I'm saying? So if that's anybody, you know what I mean, within the space or within this realm, then look, we not gonna mesh, we ain't gonna vibe. I'm not gonna fuck with it because I just can't. Because like I said, the person that gave me the map gave her life for me to be here. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing is Evolution. What is your message? Smitty, what is your message? Big Rig, what is your message? Raldo, what is your message? Queen, what is your message? Ruthless Truth, what is your message? What message are we trying to convey? Where are we trying to take this? Because that's what's going to matter at the end. That's how you're going to be able to live with yourself, knowing that you put your best foot forward and you delivered the message that you wanted to deliver. That's it, and that's all. And in that way, you can live with the results. You know what I'm saying? I can live with the results knowing I gave everything I got. I did everything I wanted to do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. So that's what that's to be about. What message do you want to put out there?
Mr. Best, I want to add to that also is that it wasn't just that,
Always strive for me to be. She always strive for the channel to be. I might be struggle streaming right now. I probably am struggle streaming. All right, I'm back. That's the one thing she strived for the channel to be, right? She always said, be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Be intentional. That was her message. Be intentional. That's how she ended every stream. Be intentional. So that's the same way I'm moving. And anybody want to rock with me? That's the same way we got to move as a unit. That's all I got to say, y'all.
I was gonna add to that also is that that even though, like you said, she was when she left, her mold shattered and there's no one that could ever replace her. She wouldn't even let you send her anything. I tried to send her a little gift bag, little wellness thing. She was like, no, I'm good. Just show up to the show. Just show up, give it to somebody else. I don't need it, But even though, I think a lot of times we forget that our impact is not so much as that we have to move a mountain. Sometimes our impact is just a little drip, and that drip goes along a lot further than that big old tsunami that comes, but her impact in her community. I mean, they did a whole news story on her. Like, she wasn't like some little YouTube person. She made a major impact in her city. And that's the one thing, like, you know, it's not just about on these shows getting likes and views and clicks and monetized. It's like, what are you going to do for the young girl that's walking down the street that might be trafficked tomorrow? What are you going to do for that young boy who might join that gang, you know, and or go rob somebody when you could have said a kind word to them and changed their lives? So yeah, and that's what I do every day. So yeah, miss you, QB.
Listen, with that being said, y'all, you know, I'm gonna close this out. You know what I'm saying? Evolution, if you got any last words, I would love to hear it. But it's a 2 hour, 42-minute mark. I am tired.
Yes, it is
I
11
am
o'clock over
tired. But yeah,
here.
y'all, whatever y'all want to share, man, go ahead.
Yeah, whoever want to go. If y'all want to say something, y'all can. You know, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you opened the floor or not.
No, okay, Rob, it's open.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying, man, what he was saying was really real. And I think we get caught up because of the numbers. But I think with diligence, persistence, ongoing, and having that belief system in your heart, people will take notice. And so, like, Evolution, I want you to continue with your message the way that you've been doing it, girl. Let me tell you. Because you shine bright. You got, you know, a different type of personality. The world needs that. Everyone on this panel, the world needs you. You have a uniqueness about you. And your tribe will gravitate towards you. And, you know, it might be years, but it'll be one person that be that influential person. If it's not you, which I pray it is, you know what I'm saying? But somebody in your circle can grab the vision and run with it, man. Think about the person. I was just thinking about the person who influenced Dr. Martin Luther King, since we just had his birthday the other day, right? Somebody had to influence their brother, in a sense, behind the scenes that we don't even know about. And, you know, he was able to carry on the vision. Malcolm X, other revolutionary leaders. So keep going, man. And keep shining beautifully. That's all. That's the only thing I have to say.
You King.
I just want to say to Raldo too. Raldo, man, I really, you know, I really am inspired. And definitely, Evolution is definitely a superstar amongst superstars. You know that. One thing I want to say to Raldo, man, is that you inspire me so much because no matter what you're going through, you keep pushing. You know what I mean? And you show your vulnerability. You know what I mean? To us who really follow you and to us who are part of your movement. So thank you for showing that, man. Thank you for showing us, you know what I mean, you know, a real aspect of what black men and what black people should be. You know what I'm saying? And I salute you for that, man. I know sometimes, you know, you may have some rainy days, but man, you always keep it positive and you always keep focused on the things that you're trying to achieve, on us being our best and us being, you know, focused on love and unity. So salute to you for that, man. Definitely, man. I definitely acknowledge it.
I appreciate you, guys. Thank you. Yes, Lord. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else want to say anything? Thank you, Otto. Thank you, King. You know I'm a fan of yours. Always will be. Anybody else want to say anything?
I just want to say I gotta go, but thank you, and always, you know, putting up with me coming late and not knowing what the topic is. So now I'm gonna do better. But anyway, yeah, keep going, guys. That's it. Keep pushing. And on that note, I am out. What's up, Big Rig? Wake up.
Yes. You know. Well, I got y'all here, whoever listening. Me and Mr. Best, we thinking about Mr. Best gonna help me start a new show. It's going to be a new show. I'm gonna need you guys to subscribe. If you are not subscribed, I subscribe back to everybody's channel. Y'all gonna have to watch this show because I'm bringing my style of the news. It's going to be totally different. It's not gonna. We ain't had no boring moments, and we telling all truths, you know what I'm saying, from how your girl Evolution see it. I want y'all to come in and show me some love and give me your opinions. So that'll be soon, and if not in the next week. But I'm trying to get that off, Mr. Best said he gonna ride with me, so so he's
definitely. We bring it. We're gonna bring a new taste to to black media and to black the black news, and so y'all could just definitely because there's a lot of things that's going on, and I know a lot of times we are distracted, and we don't there's a lot of things that we are that I know we want to hear, but we're not hearing it enough, right? And you know what I'm saying. So yeah, this is gonna be a changing of the guard right here. So hopefully y'all ready, because we definitely are. And yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. We got a name and all that, so we ready. And it's gonna be a segment that probably will stream every day. So okay, it's gonna stream every day. So you know what I mean. So look out for Evolution. She will have her different guests coming up. She will have different topics. All right, and you know what I mean. She will share her different viewpoints. You know what I mean. And of course, as always, we would love to hear y'all share as long as y'all respectful. If you're not, you already know what happens. You get the boot. And yeah, we can keep it pushing. With that being said, y'all, you know what I mean? Much love to everybody that pulled up, man. Everybody that showed me love. Everybody that came in the comments. Everybody just came on the panel, man. The last couple of days, man. Thank you all. Appreciate y'all so much. Tomorrow, I will be supporting Embrace the Grace. Make sure y'all tune in to her tomorrow. Okay? She has a show tomorrow. You know what I mean? Support our sister, man. You know what I mean? And she definitely will be bringing some fresh content to y'all tomorrow. With that being said, y'all, we are out. Let me find that outro. Hold on, where the outro at? This outro is dedicated to the late great QB. I haven't played in a while, but I'm gonna definitely play it tonight. Peace.
The DJ.